The kids went back in the locker room, and their shoulder pads and everything, a different set of shoulder pads, were already there for them
to put on. So the first time the kids knew they were going to wear them was when they went back in the locker room. And here come the Oregon Ducks with yet another black uniform. That'll be on SportsCenter. And there's Dave Frohmeyer coming out on the Harley. Doesn't happen any better than it happens at Autzen Stadium.
Well, it's a great way for the seniors to go out like this. New uniform, last home game at Autzen Stadium.
Well, here we go. Ducks and the Cats coming up right here. Thanks for watching our pregame show here on Comcast Sportsnet, presented by Oregon Community Credit Union. Stay tuned. Oregon and Arizona is coming up next. Football in recent memory, but now the Ducks are going to try to put what happened here behind them as the Cats celebrated that victory over the number 2 ranked Oregon Ducks. Since that day, this game today has been circled on the schedule. Oregon back on track after beating Stanford a week ago, and now we're ready for a big one here today at Autzen. It's Arizona and Oregon coming up. And welcome to Autzen Stadium, everyone. It's lights out time at Autzen as the kids are in black jerseys. They got a t-shirt when they walked in for free. They got hats, and that's because the Oregon Ducks with brand new uniforms again today for Senior Day. A big one against the Arizona Wildcats here in front of yet another sold-out crowd at Autzen Stadium. Arizona coming into Autzen at 6-3 on the season. Oregon at 7-3. These two teams are starting to develop a pretty nasty rivalry, Oregon and Arizona. Hi everyone, Joe Johnsante along with Anthony Newman. Anthony, there's no question about it. What happened last year is on these guys' minds. They're not going to forget about that. And Arizona, they won 2 straight against Oregon.
Well, this is a big game for Oregon. It's a big game for the seniors to play their last game at Autzen Stadium. They want to beat Arizona. They want to go to a good bowl game, and they need the supporting cast, the juniors and underclassmen, to help them out.
Now, Willie Tuatama is in his 12th year as the Arizona quarterback, or so it seems. He's been there for so long, Anthony, and he's breaking all their records. He's going to sit back there and throw it. He's got some good receivers.
He is the captain on that ship. He controls that offense. You know, in the past, he didn't have a supporting cast. Now he has a supporting cast, a great offensive line, a great receiver, and a good running back.
They run that spread offense that Sonny Dykes came over from Texas Tech, and they're running it very well, and they're having their best season since 1998. For Oregon, Jeremiah Johnson, his final game here at Autzen Stadium, Anthony, he's got to have a big game today, averaging 9.2 last week against Stanford. Another day like that would lead to an Oregon win, I would imagine.
Well, Jeremiah Johnson, one of the better running backs in the country. He's looking to have a big year, a big game, his final home game. He wants to show his fans that he's the best running back in the country, and he's looking to do that, but he needs the offensive line to help him out.
I'll tell you what, this stadium is a lot different than it was last week when it was pouring down rain. The emotion, the excitement, the new uniforms, the Senior Day. There's Patrick Chung with his final run out of that Oregon tunnel. This is a big one today, everybody. Oregon and Arizona. And the kickoff is coming up next right here. It's OSN on Comcast Sportsnet. We're back with more from Autzen right after this.
Tonight's game is brought to you by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
Northwest grown, employee owned by Mark. Just right for the Northwest. AT&T, your world delivered. And by Pepsi. Every step gets you closer. Log on to PepsiStuff.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to Autzen Stadium. As we get ready to go, you see a look at the new uniforms for the Oregon Ducks and the fans over in the seats that got free hats. Beautiful day for college football today. Couldn't be any better here in mid-November. Just a light cloud cover, not much to speak of at all. 51 degrees, no wind at all. Partly cloudy is the forecast. No rain to the west. I can see all the way to Mary's Peak, where another big football game is going on today. It's in the 4th quarter right now, and California is trailing Oregon State by 6 into the 4th quarter. Here's Mike Stoops, the head coach at Arizona. The Pac-10 has put a new rule in. You can't come off the sideline anymore. It's pretty much called the Mike Stoops rule.
He's a fiery type coach, Joe. Fiery type coach.
He's done a good job getting it back, and they've won some big games this year. And they won 2 in a row against Oregon. And for the Oregon Ducks, Mike Bellotti, of course, the dean of Pac-10 coaches. He also donned some new gear today. His 14th season as Oregon's head coach, 67% winning percentage. His team will receive the ball. Arizona won the toss. They have deferred to the second half. Bonzio will do the kicking for Arizona today. And Andre Crenshaw back for the Ducks. Walter Thurman back there as well. It's going to be Thurman who takes it at the 6-yard line. Here comes Walter Thurman looking for a hole. There's a helmet off already, a flag down, and that's not the way Oregon wanted to start with their new helmets.
It's one thing Oregon has to do is be smart in this football game, Joe. No yellow flags. You can't beat yourself.
They'll start it out with a holding call on the kickoff return, so they'll have to start all the way back on the 15.
On the return, holding number 1 on the return team. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Penalty sends the ball at the 15, first down for the Ducks.
J.Masoli, 86 of 164, 7 touchdowns, 4 interceptions on the year. Hands it off, there's a big hole. Jeremiah Johnson all the way out to the 30-yard line. Take a look at today's lineups for the Ducks. Johnson, Dixon, Williams, Jeffrey Maehl, Terrence Scott. Finiki Topo, both ran, gets the start. Max Unger, Mark Lewis, and C.E. Kaiser on the offensive line. Johnson comes out of the backfield, and J.Masoli completes a pass for a few yards to Ed Dixon for 3 yards. Good to see Dixon get a catch.
Yes,
early.
it is.
Arizona defensively, Brooks Reed, Earl Mitchell. Anthony, you can try that one. We'll call him Kenny Ella and DeAndre Reed for the Arizona Wildcats. Adrian McCovey, Ronnie Palmer, Xavier Kelly are the linebackers. Here's Masoli. He's got a hold. Masoli gets a block. Here's Masoli. 50. Can he go? Masoli down the sideline. 20. He's to the 10. 5. Touchdown. No flags. Jeremiah Masoli.
That is the threat that you have with Jeremiah being the quarterback for this Oregon football team. He can run the football like the running back. Everybody keeps talking about throwing the football, but when you got a quarterback that can do this, okay, you're keeping the defenders honest. They have to watch for him. Thinking about he may pitch the football. If he doesn't pitch the football, he has the speed, and it shows right here to take it the distance, 60, 70 yards for a touchdown.
He almost stumbled there, Anthony, and Terrence Scott was like grabbing him on the arm, like keeping him up. Yeah, well, if you're going to jump in my arms, I'll carry you if I have to. So that's a great start for Oregon today. 7-0 over the Arizona Wildcats. A nice touchdown run. 3 plays, 85 yards, a 66-yard touchdown run by Jeremiah Masoli. And Anthony, keys to the game brought to you by your Northwest Dodge dealers. Number 1, check mark.
Number 1, check running the football. You have to run against this Arizona team, and you can have some success running the football. You have to run the ball all day long. The second thing, no big explosion plays. Stop the deep ball. You can't get receivers behind the defense. You have to watch for Mike Thomas, the receiver, and limit Arizona returners. Okay, Mike Thomas is a great kickoff returner, great punt returner. No long touchdowns on the returns.
Brought to you by your Northwest Dodge dealers. Jeremiah looking at the big board and saying, yeah, I did almost fall down, didn't I?
Looked like his legs started to get a little tired. The monkey jumped on his back, but he had enough strength and speed to take it the distance.
So Matt Evenson will kick it off, and for Arizona, Keoli Antolin and Mike Thomas back there. It'll be Thomas standing back on his goal line. There's Thomas, now Evenson. And Thomas will take it at the 1-yard line, and they set up the fake reverse, and Thomas comes through and then gets hit at the 21-yard line. Remember that play, that little fake, for later on in the game. A lot of times teams like to set that up for later. Well, Willie Tuatama comes out, 165 and 260 on the year, 16 touchdowns, 5 interceptions. That's the kind of number you'd expect to see with a senior quarterback, Anthony. Doesn't make a lot of mistakes anymore. He used to throw a lot of picks.
Yeah.
He's not doing that as much.
No, he's not. The experience has helped him out a lot. He sits in that pocket. The offensive line gives him a lot of time to throw the football down the field.
Cats come out in a very conventional formation here with a tight end and a H-back and a single back in the backfield. And they'll run the ball on first down, a little cut back, and they'll pick up, about 3 yards on the carry. Grigsby on the carry. Here's a lineup look for you today for the Arizona Wildcats. Grigsby has had a really good year. Gronkowski, the halfback, and Rob Gronkowski, the second brother, is the one to watch out for, number 48. Dean and Turner can get it done along with Mike Thomas, as we've talked about. Britton Diaz-Baxter man the right side of that offensive line. They'll try to go there. Here comes a big rush. It's an inside screen and thrown away. Defensively for Oregon today in those new black uniforms, Nick Reed sure doing a good job. Man on one end, Will Tukwafu on the other, Rashawn Harris and Cole Linehan on the interior. Pasinger, Matthews, and Boyd are the linebackers. In the secondary, Jarris Bird, Chung, Ward, and Walter Thurman, TJ Ward leading in tackles and big hits as well for the Ducks. 3rd down and 7 here for Arizona on their opening possession. Tuatama going to throw. Now he's going to try to scramble out. Throws it. It's intercepted. Tuatama's picked. The 20, down to the 10, 5, touchdown Oregon.
Great job by the Oregon defense and coverage down the field. And it looked like Tuatama wanted to throw the ball down the field. There was no time. Tried to dump it off to the running back, and I believe it was number 15, Patrick Chung, who made the interception. Yes, that is Patrick Chung on senior day. Gets in the end zone. Not only an interception, but it gets a touchdown.
So what a start for Oregon. I'll tell you one thing, these new numbers are tough to see from up here, but I can tell you it was a touchdown Oregon. I know if you're at home, that's what you mostly care about.
Well, the numbers blend in the jerseys, no doubt.
Will be enforced on the ensuing kickoff.
Penalty be enforced on the ensuing kickoff on the celebration. Ducks will try to kick the extra point here. Morgan Flynn on to kick it. From where we are, Anthony, those numbers just look like a big gray square.
Yeah, and I don't have bionic eyes. I thought you did.
Big touchdown, though, and that's the most important thing right there, as Oregon's out to a 14-0 lead after a minute and a half here at Autzen Stadium. Couldn't have started any better, Anthony. 14-0, Ducks leading over the Arizona Wildcats.
Nice as
Chung putting Oregon on top, 14-0 in those new uniforms, as the crowd cheers for Gary Zimmerman, the new NFL Hall of Fame inductee. There's Zim.
I played against him plenty of times, and you're not getting to the quarterback with him as an offensive lineman.
Matt Evenson to kick it off, again back at the 25 after the penalty for the celebration. And Cats again with a little fake reverse. They'll set it up. Thomas gets clipped out of bounds at the 27-yard line.
20 yards on a return by Thomas.
Well, Anthony, that's a pretty efficient start, wouldn't you say?
Yes, it's nice to have somebody spot you 14 points early in the first quarter, but there's a lot of football left. This Arizona offense is an offense that averages 40 points a game, so you got to keep them intact, and they're going to come back out fighting.
So Tuatama with his 6th interception of the year. And now back at it here with Arizona going into a straight I formation. Grigsby. He'll pick up, about 4 yards on the carry across the 30 to the 31.
Grigsby, the running back for Arizona, is not a big running back. You can see he's kind of slender. He's got 11 touchdowns on the year, but he's a scrappy type running back. He's a slasher. It's hard to see behind the big offensive lineman.
They'll give him a gain of 5, so it'll be 2nd down and 5 for Tuatama. In play action now as he gets outside. Ducks lost contain. They take it down the field, and it's thrown too far. Had him out there, Anthony. Terrell Turner was open, but couldn't quite get it to him.
Turner was going across the field trying to get in the vision of Tuatama. Tuatama was rolling towards the sideline, and Tuatama had time to roll to the sideline to allow Turner to get away from the linebackers. It's the matchup that the Arizona likes. Receiver running across the line, across this field, going against the linebackers.
Might have been a ball he should have caught.
Yeah.
Right? Some coaches say if you get your hands on it,
you got to catch it. You got to catch it.
3rd down, 5. Arizona looking for their first down. They spread it out, 4 receivers. Tuatama, the quick throw, caught, and a 1st down for Arizona. This time Turner hangs on, and that was just easy. It's a good 3rd down play, Anthony. You just know you've got a big cushion, so you just throw it. This just play and catch.
Well, you can't give too big of a cushion. You have to challenge, and if you have a fast returner and receiver, as Turner is a fast guy, you're going to respect his speed. You're going to play back a little bit, but at the same time, you have to challenge these receivers.
1st and 10 for Arizona. Again, they're averaging 39 points a game, up around 470 in yardage per game. There's Grigsby as he dances and has a hole, turns it upfield, and has a 1st down into Oregon territory at the 46-yard line.
Watching Grigsby, his footwork, such quick feet in the hole. And when he's moving side to side, he's still going north and south. That's very important for a running back. If you may cut, you may fake somebody out going east and west, but you got to turn up very quickly and get some yardage. You get your yardage by going north and south, not east and west.
Thomas goes in motion. He gets the ball. A little fly switch. Thomas with a hole. He's fast. 10 yards. That's a quick 10-yarder there. They'll actually mark it back at the 37. Gain of 9 on the play.
Another small football player on the field. Small guy among giants, but the speed is probably the fastest on the field. Getting that space, getting out in front of the defense. And you have to respect his speed. You got to kind of watch him. You don't want to get too close and close that cushion on him because he may fake you out.
2nd and 1. Good play to take a shot here. They'll run the ball. Grigsby right up the middle, big hole, and he slips through it inside the 25 to the 24-yard line. So Arizona with a pretty efficient looking drive here.
Well, Arizona, they have a big offensive line. Mike Diaz, number 74, 6'5", 340 pounds. I mean, these guys are huge, and Nick just hides behind those big offensive linemen, and then all of a sudden he sees a hole or some light. They need to explode to that light.
First and 10. Arizona now threatening. Tuatama tries to keep it. He'll go down after about a 4.5-yard loss, maybe even a 5-yard loss. Somehow they spot that at the 27-yard line, even though he got tackled and first touched, it seemed like, at the 29.
Well, this is not a good play for Tuatama. He's not a running quarterback. Go ahead and hand the football off to the running backs, the guys who know how to run the football. He's not going to run the ball at all, and that's a poor decision on his part by taking the ball out of the running back hands and trying to keep it.
Second down and 13 now. You see KT Matthews with those new uniforms. Quick throw to the outside, and lots of blockers out there for Arizona, and a 1st down. I don't know that Oregon was aligned correctly, as Dean has a big reception and a 1st down.
Well, it was a nice job, a nice call by the offense of Arizona, and that little screen pass. And the outside receiver was Walter Thurman, who was guarding the receiver, who came out on him thinking he was running a route. So he's so far back that the next guys had to make the tackle were the inside linebackers. So it was a lot of space for the receiver to run the football after the catch.
Formation. Grigsby's tough to find. Dances his way for a couple of yards.
Gain of 2. That'll be second down.
8 plays so far on this drive.
Arizona wants to set up the play action. They have to have a solid running game to set the play action. For the play action to work, you have to have the success of the running game. And the offensive line of Arizona doing a good job of creating some holes for the running backs to run through.
Ducks with a late defensive substitution here on 2nd down and 8. The screen set up. Ball was being tipped around. Incomplete. 3rd and long coming up.
Well, Oregon read that. The defense read that play very well. I saw a lot of black jerseys going over to the running back on that screen play. They knew it was coming. Well, it was good defense by the secondary of Oregon. You'll see to the left of your screen, you'll see Walter Thurman, number 6. He almost gets an interception off the ball hitting the back of the offensive lineman.
Big 3rd down here. 3rd down 8 for Arizona. Trying to answer a quick Oregon start here at Autzen. Crowd's making a lot of noise. Ducks drop into coverage, throwing it incomplete, no flags, and Arizona will have to attempt the field goal.
That was a great play by T.J. Ward. I think the Arizona sideline was thinking pass interference, but he jumped in front of the receiver just in time. Didn't really touch the receiver to knock the ball down.
Bonzio, one of the better kickers in the Pac-10, 10-12 on the year. A high snap, still got it up and through, and Arizona's on the board. They'll take the 3. They would have loved to have the 7, though, after a pretty good drive, Anthony. 11 plays, 67 yards on the drive. But the Oregon defense comes through at the end here. A little bend, but don't break, and they lead it 14-3.
You know, it's not all fun and games when you're a mascot. Every year I find myself where the season always ends meets the bills never stop. You know that place where you realize even a squirrel can't live off peanuts? Well, maybe you don't, but believe me, I'm there.
Here's a way to score on savings.
Nice.
Switch your car insurance to State Farm. You'll save big, plus get a payment plan that fits your budget. Call, click, or visit and start saving today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You know I wear this everywhere.
Since 1938, equipment owners throughout the West have counted on Papay companies to keep them moving. And when you need equipment solutions for your business, you can count on Papay. At 60 locations stretching from Bakersfield to Bellingham, the nearly 2,000 employee members of Papay are ready to exceed your equipment expectations for sales, rentals, parts, and superior service. Experience the Papay difference for your business equipment needs. Papay, we keep you moving.
Coming up on Comcast Sportsnet.
Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. against rookie sensation Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls. Friday at 7 p.m. against Kevin Martin and the Sacramento Kings. Monday at 7 p.m. against Brad Miller and the Sacramento Kings. Catch all the action on Comcast Sportsnet, your home of the Portland Trail Blazers. Game on.
And welcome back, everyone. 14-3 is the score here. Oregon leads it right now against the Arizona Wildcats after a long drive for Arizona to get themselves going again after a turnover that led to another Oregon touchdown. Take a look at the Carl's Jr. scoring drive. 12 plays, 62 yards, took them 430 in the 29-yard field goal. That's a lot of plays, Anthony, to only get 3 out of it. I mean, love to get to 3, but if you're Arizona, 7 just feels a lot better early in the game.
You're right. That was a great drive by Arizona with the run and the pass mixed in.
Thurman comes up, takes it on a short kick. Now he tries to get outside. He can't. Trying to turn around, and he goes down at the 20-yard line, which is too bad, Anthony, because they had it set up.
They did have it. Yeah, there was a line of blockers there, and he just couldn't get there. There was one Arizona defender that messed the whole thing up.
Hey, fans, don't forget about OSN Mobile. It's a new service for your cell phone. Any internet-ready cell phone can get it. Just go to GoDucks.com. You'll see the icon for OSN Mobile. Click on it. It's super easy to download into your phone. It puts the icon right on there, and you get all the Duck news, alerts, schedules, everything you need about the Ducks right on your cell phone. OSN Mobile. Check it out at GoDucks.com. Johnson goes in motion. Here's Masoli looking now. Now he throws it short to Dixon, and he'll pick up about 5 yards on the play.
J.Masoli is a quarterback that if you don't watch out for him, is he going to throw the football? Is he going to run the football? You have to have somebody spying him, and that takes away defenders from guarding other receivers down the field.
They'll give the ball to T.Scott. Scott with a lot of speed. Scott has a first down and more. And a flag goes down way late, and another flag goes down out of bounds.
Late hit.
So let's sort this one out. I think it's going to be a dead ball foul, so it'll be a 10-yard penalty on Oregon for a hold, and then a 15-yard penalty on Arizona, so it'll be a first down.
Yep, after the play.
Or close to a first down after that penalty. It looks like it might even be, should be a first down. Be very close.
Trying to see what the flag in the back end is for holding.
There are 2 fouls on the play. First foul, illegal crackback block on the offense. That penalty being enforced half the distance to the goal. The second penalty is a dead ball personal foul on the defense. That penalty will be enforced. 15 yards, automatic first down.
You can see the fiery Mike Stoops out on the field, and he's not yelling at the officials. He's yelling at his players, telling them they have to be smart. You know, we can't beat ourselves. You can't make those silly mistakes hitting guys when they're way out of bounds.
Piece of great news. We'll get the details later. Both Oregon cross-country teams.
I'm not so sure they had that, marked correctly, Anthony. It was half the distance to the goal line. I guess they got it right.
Basically, it's a do-over.
Do-over, although it's an Oregon first down at the 27. Here's J.Maehl Johnson with it. Some cats in pursuit. J.J. trying to make something out of nothing, and you knew that one didn't have much of a chance to go anywhere. The Cats were right on it.
The defense of Arizona is very fast. They're not very big up front, but the guys can run in their linebacker crews, some senior linebacker crews, they can get after. Ronnie Palmer, number 33, is their main linebacker. But look at the speed right here of all the linebackers and the DBs getting to J.Maehl Johnson, and J.Maehl is not slow.
Second down and 9. Masoli throws it to the outside. Catch is made for about a 5-yard gain, so it'll be third down coming up, 3rd and 4. Complete to Ed Dixon.
Well, we're seeing Ed Dixon become in the mix early in the game as their tight end, and he needs to be in the mix. He's a big target, athletic type tight end. You kind of like the matchups with him against linebackers, him against smaller safeties. Throw the ball up, and he will catch the football.
Big third down here. Masoli going to throw it, drops it out. It gets tipped at the line of scrimmage. It was there, and Oregon will punt the football. Dixon was wide open.
Now you wonder about that with J.Masoli's size being only 5'10", in the pocket among the trees trying to throw this football, and you see him throw the football. Ball was knocked down. He had to jump up to knock it down, but Ed Dixon had some room if he would have caught that football.
Clearly would have had the first down. There's no question about that. Ricky Elmore, who knocked that one down. So Josh Cyree will go back to punt the football. Good punt, very high, kind of a wobbler, good hang time. Thomas going to try to return it. And he's got some room now as he gets outside. Thomas really with one man to beat, he gets around him. Cyree's the last guy there. Ducks get him from behind as Cyree makes him turn back in. Boy, with a kick with that kind of hang time, incredible that he had that kind of a return.
Yeah, Mike Thomas is the best returner in the country. This guy can go when he gets the football, and right here you give him some daylight in the speed, and now he has some blockers out in front of him. And this is a nice job by Josh Cyree to make him go back inside to the defenders.
First down, Arizona, the Oregon 37.
Memories of last year when Arizona returned to punt for a touchdown on a play that Oregon coaches were so incensed about. They sent a letter of protest to the conference office with video of 2 Oregon players being hit squarely in the back on a big punt return there in Tucson. This one doesn't go all the way to the end zone though, but Arizona with great field position at the 37. Grigsby, big hole for Grigsby. Got to give Arizona credit, Anthony. They were gave Oregon, they didn't give them, but they fell behind 14-0 that quickly, and now they've got all the momentum in the game.
Well, they're fighting back, and they're fighting back with the running game. With the running game of the offensive line of Arizona and Nick Grigsby, he does a great job of running behind the line in patience, waiting for that hole to open up and then explodes through that hole.
Tuatama changing the play at the line. 2nd and 1. Grigsby dances. Good thing that Jerome Boyd got a hand on him, or else it was 6.
Yeah, he's a shoestring away from taking that to the end zone, and they're going to keep feeding this young man. And it's amazing how they keep feeding a guy that's not that big as a running back, but he's strong enough to carry the load. He may carry the ball 25 times a game and doesn't take punishment.
First down now for Arizona after the big punt return. Grigsby, nothing on the far side. They've had success on the interior running game, yes. Anthony, not outside.
When the offensive line for Arizona is so big that they're big enough to find some holes or give up the holes for the running backs on the inside. On the outside, they can't get to their reach blocks. They can't get down the sideline to make a block because they're so big. They're not the fastest offensive linemen out there.
Tuatama to throw, throws it. Has Gronkowski, who carries the Ducks to a first down.
The tight end is a big weapon inside the 20-yard line, and they have a lot of tight ends to throw the football to. And they want to throw the football to the tight ends because they believe they're big targets down here that will catch the football. And when they catch the football, they can carry the defenders for a couple more yards.
First and 10 for Arizona. Ducks got an interception. Other than that, they haven't really come close to stopping him. Here's Grigsby as he falls forward. Good push for 5 yards.
You know, this is going to be huge for the defensive line, the interior guys, the defensive tackles, Cole Linehan right there, number 97, and number 91, Sonny Harris, to help stop the running game inside, because that's what they want to do. Arizona wants to run the ball inside, but you need your enforcers inside. Sonny Harris had a great game last week for the Ducks, 8 tackles. He needs to have that same kind of game today.
Antolin is in at tailback now on 2nd down and 5. They'll throw it quickly to the far side, low to Thomas. Thomas trying to get away and gets buried after a 4-yard gain. I think it's going to be about a yard short for the first down.
You know, it's amazing how strong these Arizona receivers and running backs are, and they're not that big, but Thomas almost breaks the tackle here. And again, he's not that big, and right there, you know, it was another shoestring tackle, but he was strong enough to almost break away and pick up the first down, maybe go into the end zone.
Arizona fighting their way back, trailing at 14-3. They'll give it to Grigsby. He's got a hole there and he'll get the first down. Well, the Arizona offensive linemen are controlling.
Yes, they are.
Kind of feel like they're playing downhill, don't you?
Well, they have an experienced offensive line, a line made up of a lot of juniors that really know how to power blocking. I mean, because they're using their size too. And when you got the size of a 320-pound man and you're going against a guy that weighs maybe 295, then you're going to use your strength to your advantage.
Interesting that Arizona's spread team has come out with this double tight end set, high formation so much. They haven't done this all that much all year. Grigsby for maybe a yard. They'll mark him down to the 2. Grigsby had 189 yards last week against Washington State, but he's been good this year. He's had some big days. Has 885 yards on the season. Only had one carry against Cal because he fumbled the ball. They took him out for the rest of the game.
He's only sophomore, so he's going to be around a while.
I formation again. Antolin is the tailback this time in the I formation. They're just going to try to pound it home. Hand the ball off to Antolin. He walks into the end zone for the touchdown. I mean, they just smash-mouthed Oregon's defense right down the field.
Again, the offensive line of Arizona, they came to play today. They came to play smash-mouth football. And again, if you run the ball well, that's going to set up other things like the play action later on in the game.
Didn't even look hard, did it?
No, it didn't. The whole series they had starting at the 40-yard line, smash mouth, let's run the football right down the middle.
Another high snap. Bonzio puts it up and through, and it's 14-10. So Arizona with another good drive, set up by a big punt return, and we'll take a break here at Autzen Stadium. Arizona back in it here in the first quarter.
Monaco Coach Corporation.
Brakes. The most important system in your car. If you're experiencing symptoms of worn brakes, noise or grinding, pulsation, brake grab, or if your brake pedal needs excessive pressure, come into Les Schwab for a free brake inspection. If your brakes need service, we do it right, we do it complete. Repairing, resurfacing, replacing, and adjusting. All backed by our full parts and labor guarantee. Les Schwab Brake Service. If we can't guarantee it, we won't sell it.
Here say go, go!
Diligently prepared for this program.
At 3 o'clock snuck up on us today.
Determine it by whether they make me laugh or not. I'll probably laugh just to be nice.
You're rooting for the Blazers, obviously, and you look at how good LA is.
I just don't think gambling's shady.
If you get 4 out of 5 questions right, we'll give you 2 tickets.
Stumbled upon something great here, folks.
Yes.
The Fan with Isaac and Big Souk, weekdays at 3, only on Comcast Sportsnet.
Welcome back, everyone. Bonzio will kick it off for Arizona after a big drive there. 14-10, Arizona back in this thing. You know, you kind of had a feeling like Oregon might be able to steamroll them early, but Arizona's a good football team. That was wishful thinking, wasn't it?
Well, Arizona's doing the steamrolling right now with the offensive line. Again, winning the game in the trenches.
Ball's going to come down short to the 10-yard line for Walter Thurman. They'll take it to the near side. He gets a little hole, and then is stuffed at the 30-yard line.
Thurman on the return. Knocked out of bounds by J.Maehl.
Ducks experimented with J.Maehl Holland in that position a few weeks ago. Haven't seen him back in that role. Walter Thurman there. Back there with Andre Crenshaw. Carl's Jr. $6 burger scoring drive. 9 plays, 37 yards. 441 on that drive. So Arizona with 2 long scoring drives in place. You know, 9 and 12.
Right.
And that's the sign of a team that's just going to, you know, hit you in the mouth. Masoli. Play broke down. He's got nowhere to go except out of bounds, and he'll lose a yard.
Well, that was smart on J.Masoli's not to throw that football. He saw the defensive back reading the coverage and coming back on the ball, and he held the football. Otherwise, that would have been an interception.
Time of possession, the Cats have had the ball the entire game. Oregon leads, though, 14-10, and the only number that matters. Here's Masoli, keeps it. And he had a hole back in the inside, but Arizona, athletic linebackers, they make the stop. It'll be 3rd and long.
Right, when you see a lot of room right there, you think that Jeremiah has some room to run, but the speed of Arizona, right there, there's some room. And it looked like Jeremiah tried to make a fake on air, just keep running north and south and pick up some positive yardage. That extra fake, I think, got him knocked backwards.
3rd down 7. Ducks need a conversion here. Masoli throws it, and it's caught by Jason Williams. Williams keeps fighting away, and the Ducks move the chains. Listen to the crowd. They love it that he caught it and moved the chains on a big 3rd down conversion.
Jason Williams, is, again, all the talent in the world, athletic ability with the size and the speed. He's had trouble catching the football, but he's a playmaker. And when the ball's in his hands, he's going to do something positive.
1st and 10, Ducks come back quickly, and J.Maehl not able to hold on to the ball. It was low, but it was there to be caught.
Well, that was a cannon by Jeremiah throwing that football, and it comes out so quickly that the receivers have to be ready to catch that football.
Second down and 10 from Masoli. LeGarrette Blount with his first carry. Blount with maybe a yard, and it'll be another 3rd and long.
Well, that's what Arizona wants. The Arizona defense wants to put Oregon in 3rd and long situations because they want them to throw the football. Be in that situation, they have to throw the football and see if Jeremiah can hurt them throwing the ball. They know that Oregon's running game is very good, but once you get them in 3rd and long, that favors the Arizona defense.
Quick throw to the outside. Now T.Scott's got to make something happen, and he does. That is a tremendous play by T.Scott. I didn't think there was any way he was going to get the first down, Anthony.
That's a great individual effort, but the senior T.Scott, and again, you give him the football in space. This is tougher as a DB, but look at the explosion around the defensive back to make that play. Explosion around Marquise Huntley to get around there and get the first down.
Masoli to throw over the middle. He's got it there. Scott has it. Scott 10-5 touchdown. Scott. 44 yards from J.Masoli.
That was a rifle by the quarterback, J.Masoli, hitting T.Scott on stride. Didn't have to adjust to the football, just right in his pocket. And then the speed of T.Scott. You know, T.Scott is one of the best receivers in the Pac-10, I believe. I mean, he's a guy that's been, you know, in the back seat, in the back burner, but now he's on the front just doing his thing, catching the football all over the place.
And the extra point is up and good, and what a response for Oregon. T.Scott with 2 big plays in a row. Don't forget the 3rd down conversion by Jason Williams, and Oregon leads it 21-10. There's the Carl's Jr. $6 burger scoring drive. 7 plays, 71 yards, 151. And Oregon with 3 touchdowns in the first quarter.
Well, they did that, you know, and so quickly. 151 off the time. I mean, you know, you just are not allowing your defense to get some rest, but still you want to take the touchdowns. And look at the block right here, right there by Ed Dixon. Just gets the block that springs T.Scott. I don't think he would have caught T.Scott anyway. He's too fast in open field. Now, he has to be careful here. These guys getting some height in this bump chest thing. Come down and don't twist your ankle.
Well, Villanana's going to be calling if they keep doing that.
They're getting some height.
Some high jumpers.
They're getting some height in that thing, but when they come down, be careful. I know Coach Bellotti said be careful.
Well, have you had a chance to digest the uniforms?
Interesting.
I mean, I'm assuming they're feathers, right? But it almost looks like you know, if you watch the movie Gladiator, like the armor. You know, so is it the armor or is it a feather?
It's a feather. I believe it's a feather. You know, if they're kind of plain. You know, they're just look like something that you would buy at Kmart. You know, and I got to get used to them.
Going to take it now at the 4-yard line. He's giving him trouble during the day. This time he goes down back at the 15-yard line. That's the way they draw it up. T.J. Ward on the stop.
You know, I knew T.J. Ward was going to be a good football player when he was playing special teams last year. And good special teams football players become great defensive players. It's a nice job by T.J. Ward, still playing, starting on defense, but coming down on special teams, making plays.
Hey, fans, don't forget a big volleyball game tomorrow, and it's free. All you got to do is bring 2 cans of food. They play Washington, number 5 against number 8, 12:30 at Mac Court. Free. 2 cans of food for Food for Lane County. A great time to donate some food. So get on down there for the volleyball game. Big one tomorrow at Mac Court. We'll see you at about 12:30 at the pit. Grigsby on the cutback. He just looks dangerous every time he carries it. He's different than Quiz Rogers because Quiz is just quick to the hole.
Yeah, yeah.
Grigsby dances a little bit to find the hole.
Grigsby has patience. He waits for that hole to open up. And also watching this Arizona run the football, they're looking for the cutback. They like the cutback because Stanford had success doing that last week.
And that's the end of the first quarter. Oregon leads at 21-10. Pretty exciting first quarter as the Ducks fly out with the new uniforms. We'll be back to Autzen Stadium after this.
No. You can't have them all.
Yes, I can.
It's not
What is
fair.
going on?
Mark's hogging all the new minutes.
We have a ton of rollover minutes. Use them.
Yeah, but his are new.
You know, not everyone gets to keep their unused minutes.
Carl's Jr., home of the new prime rib $6 burger. Your Northwest Dodge dealers. Grab life, Dodge. And by Oregon Community Credit Union. Nice, remarkably nice.
Welcome back, everyone, to Autzen Stadium. Well, it's been an exciting first quarter, hasn't it, Anthony? A lot of yards. Thought we might get a shootout today.
A lot of explosion plays. And, you know, fans like explosion plays. The big touchdown, the long touchdown run, the long pass, and that's exciting for fans to watch.
J.Masoli 6 of 8 for 81 yards. I think that's probably the biggest story in the game so far. A lot of people, talking about his ability to throw. He's looked great today.
Yeah, yes, he has. He's throwing the ball right on the money. He's finding that rhythm that he's needed to find all year.
Second down, 3 for Tuatama here. They throw it out to Thomas. Thomas gets tackled by T.J. Ward after Jerome Boyd upset things a little bit.
Well, the defense is trying to take that little screen pass away, and then did a nice job of getting into the backfield or into the back end, not allowing Thomas to have room after he caught the football.
Third and long here. They call it 7. Ducks look like they're just going to drop into coverage, and they do. Here's Tuatama, turns to the far side, and the Ducks make the play. One little hand got in there, Walter Thurman.
Well, that was a great tackle on a football player who's very dangerous in open field. And this is a nice job by the defense, the back inside in coverage, but then here you have to make a one-handed tackle, barely gets him down. Holds him to 4th down.
Well, you talk about little things. Think about T.Scott getting the first down, being tough, and here Grigsby, young player, still not able to get through one guy to get the first down. Little things make a big difference. Jarris Bird back standing at the 37-yard line. A high punt, it's completely shanked. Ducks have to get away from it. The craziest punt, and Bird grabs it, so it won't bounce any farther. At the 34-yard, I've never seen a punt like that in my life.
In youth football, I've seen it.
I mean, the ball was straight up in the air.
Yes, it did. I don't know if it went off the side of his foot or what happened, but they don't want that kind of punt. They don't want to give Oregon the offense this kind of field position. But watch, it looked like he dropped the ball very nicely and just went straight up.
I mean, it's like the coach hitting, the fly ball for the catcher, right? And when you're taking infield. Well, that's a tough one there. That's a 8-yard punt. Oregon with great field position. Chris Harper on the shovel pass. He'll pick up 10 and a little bit more and have the first down. Boy, he looks dangerous too.
Harper has some speed that people don't really know about. And look at him. Look at the size of number 3. He is 6'2", 230 pounds. That's a big receiver. He's finding a position that he likes. He likes the receiver's position. He wants the football. He looked like a stud right there. I mean, look at him. He wants the football, and he's also only a freshman.
Ducks showing 3 receivers near side stacked up. They'll throw it out there. It's a fake. And Dixon back to the far side, wide up in the end zone, but he falls down. Oh, my goodness. Jeremiah Johnson fell down.
Talk about missed opportunities. Talk about one of the biggest plays that might be shown on ESPN over and over and over and over again in the highlight reel. This is a nice job, and I thought Ed Dixon was going to throw this football, but not to the backside. He just fell down. And then he almost makes the great catch.
Oh, second down and 10. quickly. T.Scott gets cut down after a gain of about 4. Oh, Anthony, this was there for the touchdown.
And then he almost makes a great catch after falling down. He just tripped on the turf.
Good throw by Ed Dixon, that's for sure.
Great throw by Ed Dixon.
So 3rd down and 7. The crowd reaction to that play was incredible. 3rd down and 7. This is a big one here. They'll give it to Blount. Blount has a 1st down and more. He barrels his way inside the 10. Lost his flipper.
Lost his ducky shoe. And Blount is a big running back. And then watch the shoulders. Now they're north and south. And look at the size of this man. You got a big lineman in front of you. You got him running the football. And he's running full speed. Tough man to bring down.
Here's Harper in motion again. A little reverse this time. They've got it blocked. Here he's Scott. And I'll tell you what, Scott had it, but Jason Williams couldn't hold his block.
And that's a long time for Jason Williams to hold that block on a quick cornerback. That's a long developing play, and it's coming all the way back to the backside. You see right now, you start counting seconds. This is a long time for a guy. That's a nice block right there. You see a lineman get cut, but this is tough for Jason to stay with that block, and it was smart of Jason to pull off and not get called for clipping.
2nd and goal from the 5. Ducks are pulling out all the stops today. Here's Masoli on his feet to the end zone. Touchdown! 2nd effort, J.Masoli.
Well, that's a tough kid right there. That's a tough quarterback. That he's going to try to run you over at times, and he's the quarterback. And this is a nice second individual effort of just taking the first shot, taking the blow. The safety didn't wrap up. You got to wrap up on these running backs, but he's not a running back. He's a quarterback. You think you can throw the shoulder and knock him down. And Nate Ness, 32, the DB, can't throw a shoulder on J.Masoli.
Morgan Flynn on for the extra point. And it's up and it's good. And Oregon with 2 straight touchdowns to respond to that big Arizona drive. 28-10, 11:46 to go here in the 2nd quarter. Wow. This game's got everything so far. We're just getting started.
Weimart has the savings you need just in time for the holidays. Serve the rich, bold flavor of MJB Premium Coffee. Choose from regular or decaf. They're just $5.99 each. Make the holidays more festive with everyone's favorite, Martinelli's Gold Medal Sparkling Cider. In assorted varieties, the 25.4-ounce sizes are 3 for just $5. Make cleanup easy with Brawny paper towels. Stock up and get the 8-roll pack for just $6.99. These and other great sale prices end November 19th at Weimart, just right for the Northwest.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Wheeler.
I'm Mike Barrett.
Hi, I'm Mike Rice.
Pass, Aldridge, the baseline cutter is Webster. We're used to hearing Trailblazers courtside on the radio.
Now we're moving to TV.
Crossing's over, through the middle, switches to his left.
Well, it's our weekly 2-hour look at the Trailblazers and the NBA. It's a magazine-style show, very free-flowing.
Fakes the 3, shot clock at 3. Oh, Alpha! Catch Trailblazers courtside every Monday night at 6 on Comcast Sportsnet.
Need some Duck football on Sundays?
For the 10, 5, touchdown!
Tune in for Sunday Night with Mike Bellotti.
Finds a little hole and gets into the end zone.
Get inside the locker room and head down the sidelines for the most in-depth Oregon football coverage around. It's Duck football like you've never seen it. Don't miss Sunday Night with Mike Bellotti every Sunday at 6 p.m. with encores every Monday night at 9 on Comcast Sportsnet.
Welcome back, everyone. Here, Oregon and Arizona, presented by U.S. Bank today. Ducks with lots of surprises today. The new black uniforms. We've had a reverse. We had a tight end throwing a pass to a running back. We've had an interception for a touchdown. And Matt Evenson to kick it off. Very short kick. It's going to come down at the 15-yard line. That keeps it out of Thomas's hands. And the Ducks will make the stop at the 27-yard line. William Wright on the return. The Carl's Jr. $6 burger scoring drive, 6 plays, 34 yards, 142 Certainly not lacking excitement. I think at this rate, Anthony, I'm not going to make it through Monday night basketball game.
Well, there is some excitement with the big play, the big explosion plays, the misdirection, and Chip Kelly, the offensive coordinator for Oregon, is bringing out everything in the playbook, doing some stuff that he hasn't used in a long time.
1st and 10 here for Arizona, trying to respond now. Antonin with the carry, and they'll pick up 7 on the first down play. Talking about the big weekend that's going on here, Anthony. You got basketball last night and volleyball last night. We did volleyball and basketball on TV last night. Today's game, the volleyball game tomorrow is at 12:30. That's big. Then the Oregon men play at home on Monday. The Oregon women play at home on Tuesday.
It's great to be a student at this time to get all this action in, all these games in.
Thomas on the little end around. Ducks seem to be out there on good flow. He'll have the first down, though. Got to, of course, make some time for the midterm, right?
Well, a little bit. You know, you have to go watch. You got to support your teams. You got to be at all the games and at the different venues, at the pit and at the Autzen Stadium.
Hey, I'm all about education, and of course it has to happen. But I can't remember one test I took in college, but I can remember every single football game I went to. 1st and 10. Tuatama, they're going to throw some trickery at it. Here's Thomas on the end around. Tuatama trying to block for him. Just trying to really get in the way was the only thing he was doing, and they pick up 6 yards on it.
Well, it was a nice play. It takes a long time to develop, and they're lucky that something didn't happen in the back end. But at the same time, it was a positive play by picking up 6 yards. And anytime you get the ball in the hands of number 10, Thomas, he's going to do something with it. It's very dangerous. That's why they try to give him the ball in different situations.
Delashawn Dean is in the ball game now on the near side, number 18. 2nd down and 4 for Tuatama here. He's going to throw it. Taking one deep, looking down the field. Jarris Bird's out there, and he knocks it away. Intended for Dean.
That was a great play by Jarris Bird. Dean did a good job at the receiver to come back for the football. And you watch him coming back. Tuatama puts a nice ball up in the air, allow your receiver to go up for the football. Jarris didn't knock it down until Dean was coming down with the football. So it was a nice job that Bird went up with his hands to get the football out of his hands.
So the Cats went for the home run ball. Now it's a 3rd down and 4. Tuatama, quick one to the tight end Gronkowski, a 1st down and more.
In most 3rd down situations, they're going to throw the ball to the tight end, 3rd and short. They want the ball to go to the tight end because he's a big target. They love the ball to throw the ball to the tight end, and it comes out pretty quickly to the tight end.
So defensively, Anthony, what's the adjustment? Just put a linebacker?
Well,
say you're playing him man all the time.
Yes, I think you'd have to have a man-to-man coverage with somebody on the tight end.
Is it a safety or is it a linebacker?
It could be both. I think the linebackers for Oregon can hang with the tight ends of Arizona, but you don't know. They have 2 tight ends in the game. Which one's playing? Which one's going out?
Tuatama down the field, wide open. The other Gronkowski has it for the touchdown. Wide open. We were just talking about it. And a tight end H-back got free for the score.
And that's the other tight end. That's the brother on the other side catching the football. So which one goes out, which one's blocking? They always keep one to block, one to go out in pass pattern.
Chris Gronkowski.
And that's set up with the play action. The running game's been working pretty well. Then you send the other tight end on the other sideline, wide open for a touchdown.
Montiel on for the extra point. His kick is up, and it is good. And it's 28-17 now. And we'll take a break here at Autzen Stadium. It's shootout time here in Eugene. Back with more after this.
Hi. Can I have one of those?
This one?
Yeah.
Compared to breakfast at Carl's, others don't look like much. The Big Country Breakfast Burrito, bacon, ham, and country gravy, new at Carl's Jr.
Hey, Shannon, it looks like your Oregon State Beavers are getting ready to have their butts kicked in the Civil War game coming up.
Dad, we clipped the Ducks' tail feathers each of the last 2 years, and we'll do it again this year.
I'd say the Ducks about 40 and the Beavers 20.
Test drive any car, truck, motorhome, or trailer and select a free commemorative team car of your choice.
So vote for your favorite team by selecting their car.
Plus, enter to win Civil War tickets all month long.
The Civil War sale, on now at Garrity in Junction City.
An NBA All-Star, an Olympic coach, the Summer League MVP, a FIBA World Champion, and a #1 draft pick. To demand Comcast Sportsnet, contact DirecTV, Dish Network, Charter, or your local cable or satellite provider by calling 1-877-8-CSN-NW9 or by visiting csnnw.com.
Welcome back, everyone. The brothers Gronkowski having a good day here. 28-17 with 9:34 to go. Carl's Jr. $6 burger scoring drive, 6 plays, 72 yards, 212.
You know, that would be fun to play with your brother on the football team. It'd be a blast. I don't have a brother, but if I had a brother, that would be a great thing to do. Just out there, you're going to battle with a true family member.
This one's going to be taken down at the 3 by Thurman. Thurman tries to get through. He gets hit pretty hard to the 27-yard line.
Thurman's a tough kid. He's taking a pounding on those kickoff returns. Not the biggest returner, not the biggest corner, but he's a tough one.
Folks, basketball season has started, of course, and Oregon got a win over Northern Colorado last night, a highly entertaining game. Of course, we'll be in Portland for the Pape Jam. Don't miss that. The Ducks take on Bill Greer's San Diego team, and the women take on Georgia Tech. Get your tickets at all Rose Quarter ticket offices. Here's the Garrett Blount for a yard. Ducks on the offense tonight, pretty good. Had to punt the ball once, but everything else is 6.
Well, yeah, they're scoring points, but they're scoring points very quickly, which allows the Arizona offense to get back on the field for them to score some points.
Here's a second down play. Here's Masoli spinning out there. He throws it out, and the catch is made by Pflugrad.
That was a nice play right there. That was designed to go back against the grain. Watching the Oregon offense, they always move the football, they sprint out and throw towards the sideline or towards the side that they're sprinting to. Then he decides to go back in the other direction. Pflugrad makes a great catch.
Pflugrad trying to come back after a really big fumble a week ago. Down the middle of the field, Dixon has it. The big fella. Dixon puts a move onto the 25.
That's what everybody wanted to see in the previous games, hitting the big fella down the middle of the field. Now, he was hampered by a hamstring injury. Couldn't get off the line of scrimmage, had a hard time getting down the field, but now he's healthy, getting the ball down the field. It's a dangerous situation when you got a guy like that size, running the football in space.
First and 10, Masoli looking sharp. He'll hand this one off to Blount. No, keep it. And try to get outside. Does get a little bit of the corner and then is tackled after a 4-yard gain.
I know J.Masoli has to be in great shape as a quarterback because he's either running the football, throwing the football, running away from defenders, running for his life right now. He's doing everything he can to get to the sideline.
Second down, 6, and now an Arizona player is down.
That's their star linebacker, looks like Ronald Palmer.
I think it's just his jersey. They just couldn't get his jersey back on. That was interesting what he did there. Is he actually went down like he was injured. That's what the fans are booing about.
Yeah.
Ducks are ready to run the play. He went down like he was injured because the shoulder pad jersey, or the jersey come over the shoulder pad. And they gave him the whistle. Second down and 6. J.Maehl in motion. They give it to Blount. He turns it up for a couple of yards. Third down and 2 coming up.
It's a big 3rd down and 2 conversion. Trying to keep the drive alive, get the first down so you can try to get the ball in the end zone with a touchdown and not kick a field goal.
J.Masoli gives it to Bloody. He has the first down and more to the 5-yard line.
Well, that was a quick hitting play right there. Quick hitting right down the middle. That looked like the old typical dive play. Even though J.Maehl wasn't behind the center, he's in a shotgun situation, but just here, hand the ball up. Here, you take it and go with it. And look at the hole right there. And the official's trying to get out of the way. Now, the official got some quickness, but he didn't pick his feet up, okay? You got to pick your feet up so he didn't get knocked down. He's all right. He jumped up, though.
Finally set the ball. Oregon's itching to snap it and get going. It's high-paced offense. A lot of it depends on the tempo, too, Anthony. This time Masoli keeps it. He goes into the end zone. His second rushing touchdown of the day. Wow, the Oregon offense is on today.
Everybody was talking about the Arizona offense averaging 40 points a game, and when Arizona scored, Oregon had to score also, but right now Oregon is doing all the scoring, and the offense is looking unstoppable. They have the defense spread out all over the field.
Morgan Flynn on for the extra point. And the kick is up, and it's good. Boy, isn't it nice to see this in dry weather, no wind, this offense just operating at optimum performance. The Cats aren't doing bad themselves either. Having some fun here in Austin.
You take it in for 6. There you hand the football up here. You keep it again. The second effort to get in the end zone. It's a nice job by J.Masoli managing the offense.
Stevenson's kick's going to come down short again. Thomas going to take it to the 14-yard line and looking for some room. Then he goes down at the 27. I mean, Masoli, Anthony, 84 yards rushing right now, 147 passing. 1 through the air for a touchdown, 2 on the ground. That's a game.
Well, and that's why the coaches like J.Maehl, at the quarterback spot, starting at quarterback, because when he's on throwing the football, he's very dangerous because he's a quarterback that can run the football.
A lot of excitement here in Austin. People have just been up on their feet. The crowd's been really into it. It's been a lot of fun so far here with 7:28 to go in the second quarter. That's going to run it. Grigsby's hit behind the line. He'll lose a couple.
It's a nice job by the defensive line, and Jerome Boyd, number 13. Very good college linebacker, doing a nice job with the Ducks, and right there just coming up making that tackle. And every time you see Jerome Boyd make a tackle, he makes contact with somebody, they go down. Does a nice job in open field tackling.
Grigsby already with 13 carries for 57 yards on the day. So giving him a lot of work. They give him a breather here. Anthony is in the game. Now an empty backfield for Tuatama. He throws it, and it's knocked away. Casey Matthews.
It's a great job by Casey Matthews covering the tight end, and that's what you talked about, Joe. Who do you put on him? You put a linebacker, you put a DB, you put Casey Matthews. The Oregon DBs are very athletic. They can cover tight ends down the field.
Looking across the far side, all the fans coming to their feet over on the far side. Even the big donors over here on the near side coming up on the feet. Third and 12. Or a long 11. No pressure. And they're going to throw a flag for a face mask. They're going to throw a flag for a face mask. In the old days, it's an inadvertent 5-yard. In the new rule, it's 15 yards and a first down. What a bad break that is.
Tough situation. Great job by the defense down the field. And you'll see right here, there goes his face mask. And with the new rule.
Face mask, number 88 on the defense. 15 yards, automatic first down.
Brandon Bear, that's a frustrating one for Mike Bellotti because
that is.
That's just like a turnover.
It is. I mean, you had the coverage down the field. Did a great job in coverage down the field. Linebackers were in coverage. Nice pressure from the outside and get away with the call it ticky-tack face mask to get the first down.
I think that rule, not that I know it just happened, but I think they have to look at that rule again, Anthony, because if you just swing your arm and you hit a guy in the face mask,
you're not pulling this face mask.
That's not 15 yards and a personal foul. That one, it would have been hard for them to decide which it would have been, but they made the rule change last year just to say that, hey, anytime you touch the face mask, it's 15 no matter what.
Yeah.
That's kind of impossible when you're running around as fast as these kids are.
Well, and, your hands are out there. Guys are running through your hands, and if the guy runs right to your hand and you grab his, you hit his face mask, not grab his face mask, but hit it. But they're looking at if the head turns. If you held the face mask long enough for the head to turn, that's what they're calling it.
And on that one, it did.
Yeah.
So that might have been a 15-yarder anyway, even under the old rule. Double tight end. Tuatama to throw. Here comes the blitz. Tuatama's going to go down back at the 33-yard line. Jerome Boyd gets in there.
Jerome Boyd did a great job of getting to the quarterback, but he needs to thank the linebackers and Patrick Chung. They covered the tight ends. Tuatama wanted the tight ends down the seams. They were covered, well covered, nowhere to go, but Boyd gets the sack.
Big loss for Arizona, 3rd and 20 now. Watch the tight end down the middle. Anthony, you want to run down there and cover him?
That was my responsibility, the tight ends back in the day.
Here's Gronkowski on the near side in the slot. Looks like he's going to have one-on-one coverage with a safety. Now Tuatama uses a timeout.
Well, he was snapping or clapping for the center to snap the football.
Well, Oregon State won today, Anthony, and that means the Beavers are 2 games away from a possible trip to Pasadena. It would be if they win them. They're going to Pasadena.
I tell you, those Beavers are playing hard, and everybody talked about their defense. They lost a lot of football players, but the defense looks better than last year's defense. These guys are gamers, and they're playing well.
Hey, fans, don't forget you can win your Pac-10 tournament tickets by heading to Dairy Mart. Dairy Mart and Pepsi are teaming up to send you to the Pac-10 men's basketball tournament. Tickets, hotel, and airfare to Los Angeles. Head to your local Dairy Mart and sign up today. But talking about that, Anthony, a lot of Beaver fans tuning in today because they have a lot of great interest in this game. These are the 2 teams they have to get through to get to the Rose Bowl, and they've done everything they have needed to do, even, in games that, like today, a tough game, a hard-fought game, and they made the plays to get out there and win. Congratulations to them, and now they'll have to go to Tucson next week, and they'll face Oregon at home in a couple of weeks.
Right.
To try to make a trip to Pasadena. Third down and 20. It's going to hand the ball off to Antolin, and they'll be satisfied to punt the ball. Try not to have anything happen.
Well, it's kind of interesting for them to do that because, they got a good passing game. They got some good tight ends down the seam, but I think they're scared of maybe throwing an interception, and now you have your back against the wall. There's still a lot of time left in the second half. I mean, there's still 5 minutes left to go into the halftime.
Jarris Bird steps back. Now Arizona switches out of it. Ducks try to react to it. A much better punt, very high. It actually goes down the field. This time Bird didn't touch him, so Ducks can stay away from it. It'll be Oregon ball at the 11-yard line. And there's a flag down at the 22, which in all likelihood is a hold on Oregon. So we'll see what the flag is. And Ducks will be starting from deep in their own territory.
Well, I thought they were going to call interference on Jerome. Bird was trying to make the fair catch on the football.
Here's the call.
Flag on the field was for kick-catch interference. However, the player that was contacted was his own teammate. Therefore, there is no foul on the play.
Yeah. The Arizona guy was pushing, looked like Walter Thurman back into Jarris Bird. And that's who ran into Jarris Bird when he was trying to catch that punt.
Here's Mike Bellotti, 14th year. And Masoli off to a great start. And now the officials want to talk a little more as they get the chain set. 10 at 12, 147. 1 through the air, 83 on the ground. Having a great day. Masoli fumbles it and then pitches it, and somehow the Ducks hold the ball after what looked like they were going to fumble it twice. 2nd and 10.
Well, that looked like something out of the rugby plays, where you get the football, you kick the football, you pitch it back. Right here, the ball comes right out of his hand. He pitches it right there, has enough strength to get the ball to J.Maehl.
2nd down and 10 now. Here's Masoli. He throws it over the middle. Dixon is there with the catch at the 35. They just keep going back to it.
Yeah, well, if you can't stop it, you're going to keep throwing it over and over again. And they like the matchup with Dixon against the safety.
Cats have a man down.
He's limping
Dixon's
a little
also
bit.
limping, yeah.
He took a shot right in the leg. Looked like he said he pointed towards his hip. But he took a shot from the helmet of the defender to the hip.
Devin Ross is injured as well, and that's a little concerning because that was a definite in there with your head.
Yes, it was.
And they're going to go ahead and make sure to take some time to look at it. Here's another look at it. His head hits right against that big thigh.
Yes. Yeah, that's not good. The thing that he did wrong, yeah, exactly right, Joe. His head was down when he went to make that tackle. You have to keep your head up. It's a nice job. He's running off the field. Devin Ross is a very good corner from them.
Ducks recruited him heavily.
Yeah.
Thought they had him, Anthony. And it was a late change, and Devin Ross decided to go to Arizona. First and 10 for Oregon, a big completion to get out of the shadow of the goalpost. Masoli throws it outside. Maehl gets a block in down the sideline. J.Maehl to the 30. Can he get there? 10, 5, touchdown, J.Maehl. 65 yards from J.Masoli.
Talk about an offense that's running on all cylinders and everything's working. And in the past, J.Maehl has tried to split these defenders, and this time it worked. And watch the blocks out front. Look at Jason Williams. Jason Williams does a great job of blocking two guys, one with the straight block and the other one with his body that springs J.Maehl for the touchdown.
The only question is they're going to credit a pass or a run, because it looked like it might have been a lateral. Morgan Flynn on, they kick the extra point. His leg's got to be getting tired by now. 42-17 in the first half.
It's putting a lot of points on the board in the first half, and that's an offense that's really getting the job done. And right here, look at Jason Williams. He blocks two guys. One, he was just blocking the guy, and the other guy, he blocked with his body. And Maehl had enough speed to take it all the way 65 yards for a touchdown.
And they have so far scored it as a touchdown pass, not a run. 3 plays, 88 yards, 59 seconds to Carl's Jr. $6 burger scoring drive. And the Duck with a very active first half of push-ups. Again, that's not a quality push-up.
I can see the lactic acid going to build up in the Ducks' arms for the second half.
I mean, you got to go all the way down and make it burn, right? Look at Masoli's numbers in the first half. 12 of 14, 229, 2 touchdowns, 83 yards, rushing the ball, and more touchdowns. Just an incredible first half.
Well, I think he's starting to feel comfortable in the offense, and that's what everybody talked about. If he starts to feel comfortable, very young quarterback, new to the system. Now he has some comfort zone in the system. Looks pretty good.
Little dribbler down the field, and it gets taken right at the 20-yard line, and the Cats will take it out to the 35 and have good field position there. Hey fans, coming up at halftime, it's our AT&T halftime report. We'll show you some highlights and stats, talk about college football around the country, including Oregon State's big win against California today and what that means. Boy, the Civil War just shaping up to mean a ton. For Oregon, it could possibly mean, you know, who knows at that point. I mean, if Stanford's leading USC right now 10-3. Also the seniors, we'll see. Could you imagine if Oregon State had the Rose Bowl wrapped up before the Civil War, which would be possible if USC were to lose? Get off to the outside.
You know, I don't know why Arizona's trying to run out, excuse me, Joe, trying to run outside. I mean, they had all the success in the world running inside. And they kind of gotten away from that, and I know the score is 42-17, but go back inside where you had those big holes and big offensive line of creating some holes.
362 yards of offense so far for Oregon. They came to play today, that's for sure. Second down and 10 for Tuatama here. Still 2:45 to go in the half and counting. Throws it over the middle, incomplete. And then a flag comes out really late. Is that for interference?
Yeah, the flag. He threw that for interference. He was way on the side. The side judge threw that. Well, we have to see this again, but I think that's a bad call.
Pass interference on the defense. Ball be placed in the spot of the foul. Automatic first down.
Boy, that seems, well, let's see it again. I don't want to make any judgment before we see it again.
Ball's gone.
Oh, that's just a terrible call.
And the ball hit
him in the back.
Hit Nick Reed in the back. The thing about that is Nick Reed has to at least try to turn, make an attempt to catch the football and knock it down. And Nick was just trying to go hit the tight end coming out.
Tuatama with new life now after the call. Out of bounds for 4 yards to Thomas. Boy, Anthony, that was, you know, I mean, that hit Nick Reed in the back.
Yeah, I mean, and Nick Reed is, you got a defensive lineman dropping back in coverage, and that's kind of new to him. He doesn't do that every day in practice, and so to teach him to get his head around and look for the ball, that's going to be tough to do.
You can't just guess if it's a penalty, though, right? You have to see it. See the penalty. There's no face guarding in college football. That's an NFL rule, not a college rule. Gronkowski knocked out of bounds short of a first down at the 47-yard line. Third down and a little more than a yard coming up. Third and 2, let's call it.
So third and long 2. And this is a big down for this Arizona offense because they need to get this first down to keep the Oregon offense off the field.
Tuatama to throw, and he throws, and it's caught. Gronkowski. Sure doesn't go down easy. He's like he's got tires.
And he catches the football. If it's in his direction, he will catch the ball. He's a very good tight end. And he's throwing a lot of out patterns. I mean, we've seen 4 or 5 out patterns by him. Be looking for the out and up from the tight end here in this third and fourth quarter.
1:41 to go. Arizona trying to march. Had a pretty beneficial interference call go their way, trying to make it cash in. They'll run the ball. Nothing doing this time. Ducks are doing a much better job against the run lately.
Yes, they are. It looked like the Duck defenders are also being patient at the same time with the running back. They're not just shooting the gaps. You're kind of going, we call it two-gapping. You go and you hit a defensive line, offensive line, and you kind of just watch the ball carrier.
Arizona uses their second timeout. It's been quite a shootout, Anthony. Defense for Oregon making some big plays, though.
Well, you know, the Oregon defense had to show up in the football game because they're facing a very tough offense. You have to keep making plays. they can't allow the big plays to happen. But right there, like guys like T.J. Ward and Jarris Byrd coming up, making the big plays, not allowing the big play to happen. It's a nice job by the Ducks defense. Was that the wing sign?
I guess that's a new sign.
Was that the new? You're like a duck, I guess, it's flying.
I'm still not convinced they're feathers. I mean, doesn't it look more like armor?
I don't.
You know, like in Gladiator, like in the movie Gladiator. I'm gonna have to talk to the designers and find out exactly which. I guess, you know, that's the beauty of design. It can be whatever you want it to be.
That's true.
Right?
That's true.
Tuatama throws it and completes it for a gain of 7 to the 39-yard line. Delashawn Dean had the catch, and now a big third down coming up. 3rd and 4 for Arizona with 1 minute to go in the half.
And who are you going to look for on 3rd and 4?
Big
tight
number,
end.
48. There he goes across the middle. Tuatama gets it tipped, though, and incomplete.
They're going to go for it. They're going to stay on the field. It's a nice job. I think Mike Thomas was coming across the middle. He was open to catch that football. He might have taken a shot if he caught it. I saw number 2, T.J. Ward, the enforcer, ready to lay the hammer on him.
4th and 4, gonna go for it. You pick up the first down or maybe go for the home run ball here, Anthony?
I think you work towards getting the first down. You've been doing a nice job with it, moving down football down the field. Again, watch the tight end or Mike Thomas in motion.
Tuatama, plenty of time. Now it breaks down. He's running. He gets hit and dropped. With 44 seconds to go, and Oregon had great field position and still 3 timeouts on the board.
And you see all those defensive linemen. You got Nick Reed, you got Kenny Rowe, Will Tuquafu get to the quarterback. But right here, you need to credit the linebackers in the secondary in the back end and not allowing the receivers to get open. A coverage sack.
Ducks with plenty of time to possibly get 6 or for sure 3 with a couple of completions. They'll throw it out to Jason Williams. He spins and goes out of bounds in Arizona territory at the 49.
Jason Williams has been running the little short curl patterns, the little short hitches. I can see the hitch and go here setting up for Jason Williams in the 3rd quarter.
How about right now? They throw it out to him again, and I'm not sure who caught the ball. Got equal possession. I think it's Oregon football. It is. Williams with the catch.
It's a nice job by the big man.
They're going to talk about it, though.
Overpowering the little man. Yeah.
I think Jason had it more than the other guy did, even so. 1st and 10 for Oregon at the 39, 31 seconds, all timeouts are remaining. Masoli, little hitch. Now he's looking down the field, throws it short, and caught, and out of bounds after a pickup of 8 yards. T.Scott with the catch.
They did the hitch and go on that last one. They didn't throw to Jason Williams' side because they had a safety over the top of Jason Williams, but they tried the hitch and go.
21 seconds, all 3 timeouts left. Ducks looking for more in an incredible first half of offense. Masoli looking, drops it short. In the middle, now they'll use a timeout. 15 seconds left. So they are in field goal position. You wonder whether they might take a shot at the end zone.
Well, they have time to throw the ball down the field to get better position for the field goal kicker, or maybe take a shot in the end zone. Still have another timeout left.
Boy, what a half for Oregon, Anthony. Just piling up the yards. 391 yards of offense in the first half. Well, you can buy your Spirit Tea Live Green Yellow. They're available in the Duck Shops or at GoDucks.com. Or you can go in there now and buy the new gear. You see the kids, the student section, they're wearing these new hats. Nike gave the kids all a hat today. So as they walked in, the student section all received a free hat.
And they got I think with their little, like, terrible towels that were on the seats.
Got the towels, yeah. I think I've seen that hat at a Van Halen concert. Masoli. Now he's going to run it. Goes down. Now they'll need to use another timeout. They still have 10 seconds left, so they can run another play with one more timeout.
Yeah, they have one more timeout. They need to get the ball back in the middle of the field if they're going to do anything. And he's saying, throw the ball away. Save our time, save our timeouts, throw the ball away.
Masoli comes up a little bit gingerly as well. Now he'll go over and talk to Mike Bellotti.
See, when you throw the ball away, you don't have to worry about using your timeout. And plus, you lose the bad field position. Now, having the ball on the hash, you like to get the ball in the middle of the field if you're going to try to get a field goal.
Coming up, it's our AT&T halftime report. Don't forget about that. We'll have scores and highlights. You get a big discussion about Oregon State's win today because it's hugely significant for the Beavers as they try to return to Pasadena for the first time in 44 years. Here's Masoli looking down the field. He throws it. It's caught. But I think they are going to give him the catch at the 5-yard line, but you only have 5 seconds left now.
I'd take the 3 points. I just take the 3 points. Still got another timeout left. It's a nice throw by Masoli. Nice job, T.Scott. I believe that's T.Scott. Can't see the numbers.
Up against his face mask. Scott with a pretty good first half. Here's Morgan Flynn on to attempt the field goal. 22 yards on the attempt from the right hash for Morgan Flynn. Walk on from Bend, Oregon. Snap is down, the kick is up, and it is good. It snuck inside that upright, the left upright, and Oregon, what a first half for the Ducks. And listen to this crowd, 45-17.
Well, that's a nice job getting 3 more points before halftime, because I believe Arizona gets the ball coming out in the third quarter.
We'll have to go back to the record books and see what the record is for points and a half for the Ducks. I don't know if that's the record, but it's going to be darn close. We'll be back with our halftime coming up after this.
It's a crazy world. I knew this girl who would do anything to get married. I called her the wedding girl. It's a crazy world. Drink a hit or miss. It helps to refresh your mind.
The snow is falling, and now Eugene has an alternative to high-priced ski and sporting good equipment. Adventure Outlet is now open. Save on all the brands you want. Skis, snowboards, and apparel, top-name brands, and huge discounts every day. Plus 20 to 60% off camping and backpack merchandise. Apparel by Sherpa Gear, Solomon, Smith, Dakine, and more. There's something for everyone, even the kayakers at the new Adventure Outlet. Adventure Outlet is now open in the Delta Oak Shopping Center, across the lot from Joe's, and next to Market of Choice.
An NBA All-Star, an Olympic coach, the Summer League MVP, a FIBA World Champion, and a #1 draft pick. To demand Comcast Sportsnet, contact DirecTV, Dish Network, Charter, or your local cable or satellite provider by calling 1-877-8-CSN-NW9 or by visiting csnnw.com.
Coming up on Comcast Sportsnet.
Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. against rookie sensation Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls. Friday at 7 p.m. against Kevin Martin and the Sacramento Kings. Monday at 7 p.m. against Brad Miller and the Sacramento Kings. Catch all the action on Comcast Sportsnet, your home of the Portland Trail Blazers. Game on. Monday at 7 p.m. The Oregon Ducks. The Oakland Golden Grizzlies. Another run to the big dance starts here. College basketball is back.
Porter gives it up to Taylor.
Oregon versus Oakland. Monday at 7 p.m. on Comcast Sportsnet. Game on.
Arizona 17, Oregon 45 after a very entertaining first half here at Autzen Stadium. Moments ago, let's go down and hear what Mike Bellotti had to say after that high-powered first half.
All right, here with the coach and coach boy, J.Masoli. What a first half for him.
Yeah, he's doing a really good job. And again, you know, we're keeping him off balance. We're running the pass, and we're finding some vertical seams, which is great. We got it. We slowed him down on defense a little bit, which is good. We got to make sure we keep some stops. No explosion plays because we're playing really well on offense.
Maybe black is a lucky color after all, Coach.
Well, the guys look fast. I said, you guys look great, and they're playing fast.
Thank you, Coach.
Thank you.
All right, Coach Bellotti down here in a pretty good mood.
There's Coach Bellotti there at halftime. I'm here now joined by Oregon volleyball coach Jim Moore. Boy, Coach, what a first half,
That was a great first half. 15 more points than the basketball team could score last night, so that's good stuff.
I'll tell you what, I mean, the way that they're playing right now, just incredible offensively. And, Coach, wanted to have you in here on our AT&T halftime report to talk.
The next level, but most of them have played very great football here for 4 years or 5 years at the University of Oregon.
Other guys like T.Scott, you know, it's a shame that we didn't get to see T.Scott all that much. A JC transfer, kind of deep in the depth chart, but what an amazing player. I think he's got a chance because of his speed.
And the most improved football player from last year to this year. I mean, you didn't hear about him all of a sudden this year. He is the go-to guy. He wants the football. He wants to demand the football.
This is the guy that these fans out here are really going to miss, Jeremiah Johnson. What a spectacular career he's had. You know, he had that unfortunate injury last year, but he's been nothing more than productive and a first-class citizen the entire time he's been at Oregon.
Well, that's the thing. Come off a knee injury and still play so well, still have the speed and explosion and power. It's nice to have him as a running back.
Matt Evenson, he had a big kick earlier this year. Mike Bellotti said that he was the best kickoff man Oregon has ever had. Of course, he will be looking for some redemption. He's had 2 chances to win Civil Wars, and he didn't get it done. So maybe he'll get a 3rd chance. You never quite know what's going to happen. And then Nick Reed, if it wasn't for J.Maehl, Nick Reed might be the Pac-10 Defensive Player of the Year.
He has the biggest heart, he has the most passion, and he has the most fun playing football than any college football player I know.
Jerome Boyd as well, making himself known defensively. Always had the potential, and he's finally achieving it.
Well, Jerome Boyd is a guy that when he tackles you, he will hurt you, he will hit you, he will bring you down. A solid college linebacker.
And Patrick Chung thought about going to the NFL last year, stayed for his senior season. Final home game has an interception for a touchdown.
I've said for a long time that Patrick Chung is probably the best safety to ever come out of Oregon. He's a playmaker. He will be playing at the next level. Very high draft pick going into the draft.
Ducks are coming back out on the field. Those seniors staying fired up against the Arizona Wildcats. What a first half it was. Can they repeat it here in the second half? We'll have that for you coming up. It's been our AT&T halftime report here from Autzen Stadium. Oregon leading it by a score of 45-17.
Home of the new prime rib $6 burger. Your Northwest Dodge dealers. Grab life, Dodge. And by Oregon Community Credit Union. Nice, remarkably nice.
Welcome back, everyone. Oregon leading at 45-17 here on Senior Day, the final home game of the 2008 season. Ducks have played an incredible first half, 411 yards of offense in that first half. And here are all the seniors. We talked about some real specific ones, but wanted to show them all to you. Bacon, Boyd, Chung, Evenson, Harris, Hucko, Johnson, Kendall, Larkin, Lewis, Cole Linehan from Banks, Oregon, Nick Reed, T.Scott, Michael Speed, Josh Cyree, the punter, John Teague, Fanuki Tupou, who has an NFL career waiting for him, I would think.
Yep.
Max Unger, who also may have it, as
yes,
making a bid to be the All Pac-10 center. and Jason Williams.
You know, Cole Linehan on there is an underachiever, a big defensive lineman that he doesn't have the quickest feet, not the fastest guy, the strongest. But he's gotten a job done at the defensive tackle position. They will miss him on the inside.
Halftime stats brought to you by Bud Light. Bud Light keeps it coming. You know, if you just looked at Arizona's stats and covered up the Oregon stats, you think, it's not a bad half.
No.
But then when you look at Oregon's, like, holy smokes, 11.4 average per play. They've only had the ball for 10 minutes, but they have 45 points, which is 4 shy of the all-time modern Oregon record. Back in, a few years ago, they scored 49 against Nevada in one half. Against a Pac-10 team, though, that's the most points the Ducks have ever scored in a half against a Pac-10 team in modern history.
The offense is hitting on all cylinders in the first half. Let's see if they can keep it up for the second half.
Matt Evenson kicks it. This one's going straight out of bounds, so that's not what you're looking for to start the second half. Arizona starts at the 40-yard line. USC's going at it down in Los Angeles. That's in Palo Alto tonight. Last year's upset was in LA. 17-17 is the score at halftime. So Stanford hanging in there against the Trojans.
They're trying to hold on, and I know Oregon State fans are watching that game very closely, pulling for Stanford to win that football game.
34-21, Oregon State beat Cal today. There's Grigsby as he slips on his cutback. So adjustments, Anthony.
Yeah,
Let's talk about the adjustments.
The adjustments for Arizona, I think Arizona's going to be looking to do the cutback, what Nick tried to do right there, but he slipped. Last week, Stanford had some success running the football, cutting back against the grain, against the defense. And I think they're going to try to get that going here. They're still running the football. They have to still try to run the football because it helps their play action, throwing the ball down the field.
Second down and 9. Here comes the pressure from the outside. Tuatama drops it off. Gronkowski with the catch. He's just like a bowling ball. You can't stop him.
Well, he has a lot of speed as a tight end.
He got hit hard, slow to get up. Pretty tough guy unless it's a knee or something.
He got dazed a little bit, but the speed of him is just, he gets down the side of the field, on the sideline or across the field, and the linebackers just can't keep up with him.
Talk about NFL potential. No question that young man's going to play in the NFL.
And only a sophomore. He's only a sophomore.
You might want to think about going out, right?
Yeah.
See if we can't encourage him to make himself eligible for the draft. Third down and, about 6 inches it looks like. They hand it off to Grigsby. He fumbles the football. Oregon has it, and they are trying to return it to the 45. Oregon football.
Well, that was a great job by the defensive line of getting penetration, stopping Nick for the first down. I mean, he didn't even get the first down with this run. I can't see who flew in there. It looked like Willie. I can't tell who flew in there. Might have been Nick Reed. Just flew in there and knocked the ball out of the running back's hands. Patrick Chung picked it up.
I don't think the fans realized that there was a fumble. They were just happy that they stopped him. The referee said, it's Oregon ball, then everybody cheered. Here's Masoli. Hands it off to J.J. Jeremiah Johnson with a big hole. He goes across the 30 to the 29-yard line.
Jeremiah, he runs so well in space. He has great vision as a running back, knowing where all the defenders are around him. He knows how to accelerate, runs well in space with the vision, setting up his blocks.
Quick throw, Jason Williams with a move. Fumbles the ball out of bounds after a pickup of 4 yards on the play to the 25.
And I can see they're going to start feeding Jason Williams, throw him the football, give him a chance to get in the mix, get him some rhythm in catching the football. As you see a good close-up shot on the helmet.
Different, it's got flat finish rather than the shiny finish.
A little flat, huh? That's what they're looking for.
Oregon put the shiny finish in, and then everybody went and did that. So now they're going to go back to a flat finish. Here's Masoli. Picks up a couple yards. Now, if you're a Beaver fan and you see the black helmet, you're not too fired up about it, right?
Well, you may be a Beaver fan and saying, hey, you're trying to look like us. That's the fight they have. What happened to the green and yellow? Where did black come from?
There's Masoli to throw, little screen pass, and Williams not able to bring it in. It'll be 4th and 2, and I would imagine Oregon will send the field goal unit on.
Well, you try to get something off the turnover. It'd be nice if you can get some points, 3 points on the turnover. Start the half on defense, yet you score first. Possibility of scoring first.
Trying to take advantage of the turnover here. Morgan Flynn on. It's a 39-yard attempt from the left hash here for the walk-on. Kick is on the way, and it's headed right through the gut, right into that American Family Insurance sign. Wonder if he gets a free policy for hitting it.
Well, that's a good thing. That's a nice job by the defense. Getting the ball for the offense. Offense gets some points.
48-17, Ducks strike first here in the second half.
Here we go, $16 burger. I'm a big fan of Angus meats. This place is awesome. Get some on my face. Stuffed? I'll take another bite.
I'll sleep this here for you.
That was Carl's Jr.
You paid $16 for it, and you could get it for about $4 at any Carl's Jr.
Wow.
The $6 burger, about $4, but only at Carl's Jr.
If you think all denture offices are the same, here's something to chew on. For over 30 years, the most respected denturists in the United States have been right here in Oregon. Natural Dentures has been pioneering new techniques and procedures not available at other offices for years.
Give us 30 minutes, and we'll have you smiling again.
Visit Natural Dentures in Eugene, Corvallis, Salem, or online at naturaldentures.com.
$30,000. Do I hear 40? $40,000. Do I hear 50? 50,000. I have 50,000. Going once, twice. Sold to the gentleman in the center.
Hi.
Moving on. This is a 19.
Okay, I want to go ahead and sell it now.
Sell what?
That thing I bought.
Constantly buying and selling stocks doesn't make much sense either. That's why Edward Jones recommends investment strategies that have proven themselves over the long term. Edward Jones, making sense of investing.
48-17 with 12:46 to go here in the third quarter. Just a nice evening here in Eugene. There's your Carl's Jr. $6 burger scoring drive. 5 plays, 24, and the field goal. Anthony, you were going to point out that Antolin was back to receive the kick. They took Mike Thomas out. Dean took that one on the short kick.
Mike Thomas is on the sideline stretching his hamstring out. So that's, you don't want him stretching a hamstring starting to get cold out here.
Hey fans, the Duck Athletic Fund provides scholarships to deserving student athletes. For more information, give them a call, 346-5433. Blake will answer the phone. All the great folks in the Duck Athletic Fund, Beth, Karen Lord, a lot of folks down there. Joe Chatfield, the former football coach down there.
Joe, my recruiting coordinator, my recruiter who recruited me from high school.
Jeff Everhart down there raising money for baseball. Hal Abrams doing a great job. Sean Fincher, Garrett Classy. I don't want to leave anybody out. Lots of great interns as well. Jill Cohen organizing all the events. And if I forgot anybody, I promise you I'll take you to lunch. I don't think I did, though. There's a look at the new baseball park going in at Autzen Stadium. You see all the walls are in now. There's the pitcher's mound right there and home plate to the left. And the field is going to go in about a week and a half. We'll see some greenery out there pretty soon.
I can't wait for that. I cannot wait for baseball.
Antolin on the cutback, and he's still on his feet. And he trips on his own feet.
Antolin is a very good runner, a true freshman. that just runs hard. Another undersized football player. He doesn't care. I mean, right there, he's taking on some hits. And right there, he tripped on his own 2 feet. But a hard runner as a freshman. He's going to be around for a long time. He's going to help this Arizona offense out in years to come.
1st and 10 for Arizona. The reverse. Dean looking for a hole. Has one, cuts back. Arizona looks to be having a little bit of trouble with the footing.
Well,
you know, the fog comes in,
yeah,
you know, get a little bit of moisture.
Moisture on the turf. Arizona's used to playing on grass. And so anytime they come and play on turf, they practice on grass. So they play on turf. It's a little different surface when it gets moist.
Not a lot to hoot and holler about today so far for Stutes. Cats are trailing at 48-17. They'll run this one to Antolin, and he'll take it towards a 1st down. You know, I'm wondering whether or not we'll see Grigsby. Against California, Grigsby carried the ball once, got the ball back, fumbled it on the opening drive, and never got back in the game.
Right.
He's clearly a talented running back, but Mike Stoops said, hey, if you fumble it, you can't play. And
well,
so I wonder if we'll see him again, Anthony.
And you might not. And if if the running back that replaces him keeps running hard, it's always the backup guy. If he's taking care of business, they're going to keep him in.
Tuatama going to change the play here. Antolin out of the I formation. I've seen a lot more I formation today than I thought I would, Anthony, in their package. They'll give it to him, and he'll pick up 3 or 4 yards. Good push by the offensive line.
Well, Arizona still wants to run the football, and you know they're down 48-17. They have to try to get some quick points, some hurry-up points, but at the same time, their offense thrives off the play action. They have a good running game, they run the football, and then they have play action. Now, something important to notice that Mike Thomas, number 10, the receiver for Arizona, trying to loosen up on the sideline. He's looked like his hamstring is not right.
Tuatama throws it inside. Good job by the defense, though. They're going to lose a couple yards on the play. Terrell Turner on the catch.
Nice job by Paysinger, Joe, by Paysinger with the speed of Paysinger. And watch the speed of Paysinger. Just beats the block, gets inside, and makes the tackle.
3rd down 8, although you figure, I mean, I know there's a lot of time left, Anthony, with 9:34, but you're probably still going for it, aren't you? You're down by 31 points, so.
Well, you got to get some points somehow, and if it's kick the field goal, yeah, but if not, yeah, you got to go for the 4th down to move the chains.
3rd and 8. Tuatama just looking around. Now the pressure comes. He throws it over the middle, and Gronkowski somehow got open and stays on his feet inside the 10. It's a long time. A guy like that's going to get open.
Yeah, you cannot have that time to throw the football, and he had all day to throw the football. That's tough on the receivers to cover somebody that long, and they're playing schoolyard ball now because you're just telling somebody you run the route's not there. Okay, now just go find open space and get open.
Thing about Gronkowski, he's just got so much savvy, you know.
Yeah.
He's going to find a way to make a play there. Inside the 10 now for Tuatama, who goes out of the shotgun here. Looks, he throws, easy touchdown for Gronkowski.
And you got the 2 Ducks, the linebackers, Casey Matthews and T.J. Ward, talking to each other, saying somebody has to watch him. And when you're down here inside the red zone, inside the 20-yard line, you maybe have 2 people on number 48. And you watch him, and this is too easy for him. And you see Casey Matthews drop to his inside. Too easy.
Extra point is up and good. And it's 48-24. There's a lot of time left in this football game. 8:53 to go in the 3rd. Back with more after this.
This year, Bi-Mart is here to help you do everything you can to stay healthy during flu season. We now offer flu vaccines given by trained pharmacists. It's quick, convenient, and affordable. Check your neighborhood Bi-Mart pharmacy to find out more. For added convenience, your Bi-Mart pharmacy can now accept flexible savings account cards for payment. Make Bi-Mart your partner in good health and find incredible values on cold remedies and all the essentials to take care of your family. You want to take good care of your health, and we want to take good care of you. Bi-Mart Pharmacies, just right for the Northwest.
Since 1938, equipment owners throughout the West have counted on Pape companies to keep them moving. And when you need equipment solutions for your business, you can count on Pape. At 60 locations stretching from Bakersfield to Bellingham, the nearly 2,000 employee members of Pape are ready to exceed your equipment expectations for sales, rentals, parts, and superior service. Experience the Pape difference for your business equipment needs. Pape, we keep you moving.
Need some duck football on Sundays?
Touchdown!
Tune in for Sunday Night with Mike Bellotti.
Finds a little hole and gets him in the end zone.
Get inside the locker room and head down the sidelines for the most in-depth Oregon football coverage around. It's duck football like you've never seen it. Don't miss Sunday Night with Mike Bellotti every Sunday at 6 p.m. with encores every Monday night at 9 on Comcast Sportsnet.
48-24. Gronkowski, they called him Drago in high school because he resembles Drago from Rocky. Remember Drago?
Yeah,
From
Drago,
Russia?
he was a big man.
8 plays, 66 yards on the Carl's Jr. scoring drive. Drago with another touchdown. And a heck of a good player. Short kick, Ducks gonna have to come up hard to field it. They do at the 20. Bird looking for a hole, and they'll fall forward to the 32-yard line. Excuse me, Talmadge Jackson on the return. 37 instead of 32.
Let's see if this offense can keep up the work that they've been doing the first half with the misdirection, different plays, receivers catching the football down the field. See if they can keep up that tempo.
Mike Bellotti having a discussion. Can't imagine what it would be about. 8:46 to go here in the third quarter.
Kicking team. That penalty being forced 5 yards from the end of the run. First down.
Ducks will take the 5 yards rather than make him kick it again. J.Masoli having a banner day here, but you got to keep playing, Anthony. There's a lot of time left. L.Blount buried under.
L.Blount was trying to find that seam, trying to find that hole, and all those white jerseys were in every hole. They filled every gap. Did a nice job of stringing that thing out. Nothing there for the big running back.
Throw it to the outside, looking for a block now. There isn't one, but they'll pick up 5 yards on the play. J.Maehl, third down coming up.
And it's smart for Oregon to keep trying to drive, to keep pressing against this Arizona defense, spread the ball out. Again, a nice play, nice job blocking right there by T.Scott.
It's not over by any stretch, Anthony. Here's J.Masoli to throw, plenty of time. Now he's going to look to run. Scrambling out there, can't get away, and they're going to punt the football.
Well, that's a nice job by Earl Mitchell, big defensive lineman, 265 pounds. And again, the defensive line for Arizona is very fast. They have enough speed to keep up with J.Maehl when he's trying to scramble. So you're right, though, Joe. There's a lot of football left. There's a lot of time left.
Josh Cyree gets his second punt of the day. Very high. Over towards the side, not going to give him a chance to return it. A very good punt by Josh Cyree. Does his job.
Yeah.
And like you say, if Arizona's going to score, you got to at least make them earn it.
Yeah, yes you do. And that's what Arizona's going to do. They're going to try to march the ball down the field.
Hey fans, Junior Duck Club, children 12 and under receive t-shirts, game vouchers, other great items. Stop by the Duck Athletic Department to apply or log on at GoDucks.com. Junior Duck Club. You can head on into the Cast Center, sign up for that. I was thinking about the Duck Athletic Fund because I wanted to make sure I didn't leave anybody out. Holly Straight as well. Yeah. There might be more because I don't want to, I mean, that could get expensive. I got to take everybody out to lunch and I forgot. Arizona making a change at quarterback now. Matt Scott is in the game, so curious if Tuatama's up. He's standing up. They may be looking at more of a spread offense as they try to run the ball, and they do for 15 yards on the play. Matt Scott with a big carry, and now Tuatama's going to go back in.
Basically another running back in the game to run the football. It's a nice play, though, for him to pick this up, looking for a pass all the way. Mike Diaz comes across as a pulling guard, almost got stripped.
Tuatama just falls down.
Tuatama got in the way of his pulling guard, looked like.
Keeps the clock a-rolling.
You see Tuatama, maybe somebody's going to step on his foot, and right there, when a foot of a lineman steps on your foot, you're not going anywhere. Colin Baxter is a big 300-pound center. That might hurt a little bit, too.
They might be bringing some pressure from the edge. Here they come. Tuatama, though, gets around it. Still not a great runner, and he goes down after no gain out of bounds. This is one of those things, Anthony, when a team is behind that's so much different with the rules. Because in the old days, the clock would stop, wouldn't start again until you snap it. Now the clock starts again when you get the ball set. So when you're not a no-huddle offense, like most teams, the clock's starting now.
Right.
These are in the past seconds that you would have at the end of the game that you're not getting now.
Well, Arizona has to find a way to get some points quickly. And I think, their main receiver, Mike Thomas, he's just now getting in the ball game. He's been hurt a little bit, so got to kind of keep an eye on number 10 and see what he can do.
Tuatama looking all the way down the field. Gronkowski again.
This one tight end is going to beat a football team. You have to find a way to stop the tight end from getting down the field.
That's his 8th catch of the game.
I mean, Mike Thomas is hurt. Mike Thomas, the other top receiver for the football team, is hurt. So if they're not going to run the football, they're going to throw it to their tight end. It's got to find a way to put somebody on him, somebody over the top. He's a go-to guy. Make them beat you with somebody else.
Gosh, what do you do, Anthony? Do you put a linebacker just wherever he is and make sure to check him off his route every play?
Under and over. You put somebody underneath him and over top of him. Take a defender away from the receivers. The corner's got to match up.
What about like a no clean release off the line for him?
Yeah, you need to have some work because he's releasing off the ball. Now you have time for the quarterback to throw the football because they're keeping another tight end in the block.
They put the other quarterback in, the running quarterback, and he'll pick up a yard. Scott on the carry. Tuatama gets the play, and he'll go back in.
And it's funny that you talked about Nick Grigsby has not seen the field. He's still on the sideline. And they're putting a backup quarterback to run the football and keeping a young man out of the game because he, coughed up the ball.
Trying to teach him a lesson. He's a young player. Antolin is the tailback in the game right now here on 2nd long for Tuatama. Gronkowski, again, over the middle. He's open in the middle, but he doesn't see him this time. It's intercepted! Intercepted! Talmadge Jackson with the pick. And Tuatama just missed Gronkowski that time. He was wide open in the middle, but he didn't find him.
It was a nice job by Talmadge Jackson breaking on the quarterback. Again, this is too much time for the quarterback to throw the football. But then Talmadge Jackson does a nice job of getting in front of the receiver and going for the football, snatching the football out of the air, catching it with your hands.
Great pick.
Yeah, nice job for the young man.
Ducks with the ball in Arizona territory. Here's Masoli looking down the field, throws it. Fans want the interference, but there's no flag.
Well, that was interesting there. I mean, the way they called the flag earlier against Oregon and come back around and see the same type of thing right here.
Mike Blotty's going to have a walk down there and talk to him. Fans see it on the board, and they don't like it any better.
Nah, that's a pass interference call right there. They missed that.
Oh, yeah. Over the top, a little early. 2nd down and 10. Masoli going to throw it to the outside. J.Maehl. Stutter step, and he somehow splits the gap. And J.Maehl close to a 1st down.
That was a nice run. The only thing I'm going to criticize him on the end of the run, when he was a yard short of the 1st down, keep running. Right here, great play. Nice job, nice split. Now right here, you know you have to get the 1st down. Don't stop. Keep going.
Got tackled from behind. 3rd and 2. Jeremiah Johnson is the tailback. High snap, fumbled. Masoli, though, picks it up, and he'll go down, and Oregon will be happy to punt the ball. So no damage done for the Cats after the turnover.
It just took time off the clock.
Yep.
It took time off the clock, and Oregon is going to have to play defense again. But
good job by Masoli to get on it.
Yes.
Cyree, see if he can't pin the Cats down. Whatever happened to the old coffin corner punt? So many times the kickers now just rely on the coverage. This one, kind of a wobbler towards the end zone. And it goes into the end zone.
Jeffrey J.Maehl almost got down there to get that ball out of there, but not fast enough.
43 on the punt. Really, it's 23. 23-yard net punt. We'll take a break here at Autzen Stadium and come back right after this with 3:47 to go here in the 3rd.
No.
You can't have them all.
Yes, I can.
It's not
What
fair.
is going on?
Mark's hogging all the new minutes.
We have a ton of rollover minutes. Use them.
Yeah, but his are new.
You know, not everyone gets to keep their unused minutes.
Can't believe he gets all the new minutes.
Is this new or old?
I can't
What?
tell.
Oh, I'm sorry. I can't hear you. What?
Only AT&T's Family Talk with Rollover saves your family's unused minutes. It's the best value around. And now add a line for just $9.99. Get an exclusive quick messaging phone for $79.99 after mail-in rebate.
Coming up on Comcast Sportsnet.
Wednesday at 7:30 p.m. against rookie sensation Derrick Rose and the Chicago Bulls. Friday at 7 p.m. against Kevin Martin and the Sacramento Kings. Monday at 7 p.m. against Brad Miller and the Sacramento Kings. Catch all the action on Comcast Sportsnet, your home of the Portland Trail Blazers. Game on.
This big buffalo looks at us and started coming in as a full charge.
For the inside scoop on everything in the Northwest Outdoors, don't miss Outdoor GPS every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Live at 8 a.m. on Comcast Sportsnet.
Welcome back, everyone. 48-24. Oregon with the lead with 3:48 to go here in the 3rd quarter. Hey, fans, don't forget about Tailgate Tuesday every Tuesday night at the Cooler. Jerry Allen, Coach Bellotti down there having a good time. We'll see you on Tailgate Tuesday at the Cooler. This week it's going to be on Wednesday. That's a little bit like Monday Night Football on Thursday. Oh, wide open, a broken coverage for Oregon, and the Cats have a big play out to the 45-yard line. We were just talking about how you have to make them earn it.
Well, that's Thomas Jackson, the young guy that just got the interception. They're trying to pick on the young guy. Walter Thurman, I think he's out of the game with an injury. And he gets beaten badly on the outside. Almost goes out of bounds. Dean almost goes out of bounds. Terrell Turner, who caught that football, number 84. And that's one thing that Oregon can't afford, the quick, long explosion play on a pass. Takes up no time off the clock.
Tua Tom on the play action, looking for another big one. Good pressure, and Tua Thomas going to go down after he loses 3 yards.
Well, the receivers, and I was watching the receivers during that last play, they're running a lot of out and ups. Run to the sideline and then turn upfield. That takes time. It takes time to develop those type of routes. And the offensive line for Arizona have to give time for Tua Tagovailoa to throw that football.
Second down and 8 for Arizona. Guess who stays on his feet to the 30. It's a one-man wrecking crew.
It sure is. He's a big guy. There again, they got to figure out how to stop him. Do you put a linebacker on him? You put a safety. And right now he's beating the linebacker, so now you're going to have to put a safety on him to stop him from getting down there. And again, this is bad for the Ducks because Arizona's moving the football very quickly, not taking any time off the clock.
It's not over, Anthony.
No, it's not over.
Points. We've seen all kinds of crazy stuff happen. This game is not over. You wonder if the Ducks lost a little edge, just toughened her up 48-17 to, maybe not lose a little edge or, play a little bit differently. Thrown to the outside. Catch is made by David Douglas. Picks up 7 on the play. But with that big lead, Anthony, it is tough. You probably aren't calling the same defenses and, the same personnel every play. Are probably trying to play a little bit safe, right?
Well, you have to with an offense like Arizona. They're going to still put points on the board. And even though they had 17 at the half, they averaging 40 points a game. So you still got to match up. Your offense still needs to score. And the defense has to stop somebody here eventually.
Antolin on the cutback, and he gets stuffed. One thing that's going on down there, Anthony, is the official today, Michael Batlin, has gone off with an injury. So they've adjusted, the officials on the field have adjusted and rotated. And the back judge is now the official standing behind the play. So there's no white hat on the field, although the back judge will serve the role of the white hat now. Third down and 3. Tuatama over the middle. Caught. And a first down for Arizona.
That's a nice job with the quick passing game of Arizona. Get rid of the football, and Dean catches the ball. He reaches for the football. That's a nice job for a receiver. Don't wait for the ball to come to you. Reach out and snatch that ball out of the air. It's a nice job not allowing the defender to come out and make a play.
Ducks were there on the coverage. Couldn't quite knock the ball out. Here's Tuatama now. First and goal. Looking to throw. Looking for Gronkowski. Now he's going to try to run. He throws it incomplete. Good play to stop the clock at 17 here in the third quarter.
That was a smart play by the veteran Tuatama. Don't take the sack, get rid of the football. Get rid of the football, you stop the clock. Nice job, spin moving, and smart enough to throw the football away, knowing that you're going to stop the clock.
Second and goal, Mike Thomas back in the game. Out in the slot. I'll hand it off the middle up to Antolin towards the end zone. He gets stopped at the 3.
It was a nice quick hitter. Take you to the fourth quarter, but it's a nice job of the offensive line for Arizona. Again, creating those seams, but Arizona's, Joe, they're trying to battle back.
Ducks with just 3 points there in the third quarter after 45 in the first half. Arizona trying to claw their way back, 48-24 as we go to the fourth.
It's not all fun and games when you're a mascot. Every year I find myself where the season always ends meets the bills never stop. You know that place where you realize even a squirrel can't live off peanuts? Well, maybe you don't, but believe me, I'm there.
Here's a way to score on savings.
nice.
Switch your car insurance to State Farm. You'll save big, plus get a payment plan that fits your budget. Call, click, or visit and start saving today.
Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there.
You know I wear this everywhere.
An NBA All-Star, an Olympic coach, the Summer League MVP, a FIBA World Champion, and a #1 draft pick. To demand Comcast Sportsnet, contact DirecTV, Dish Network, Charter, or your local cable or satellite provider by calling 1-877-8-CSN-NW9 or by visiting csnnw.com.
Tonight's game is brought to you by Budweiser, the great American lager. Carl's Jr., home of the new prime rib $6 burger. Your Northwest Dodge dealers. Grab life, Dodge. And by Oregon Community Credit Union. Nice, remarkably nice.
Well, welcome back to Autzen Stadium, everyone. A delightful night here in Eugene, 48-24. Starting to get a little cool. Start to see some of the breath of the players as they line up. But everybody having a good time here so far. Oregon with a 24-point lead, but Arizona threatening to make it a 17-point game here. This game is not over by any stretch. Oregon's going to, you feel like if they could score another touchdown, that might put it out of reach, but Arizona fighting back. Tuatama on 3rd and goal. They're going to hand it off. Antolin to the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona.
Anytime they get the ball inside the 5-yard line, that #2, Keola, is going to run the football. He just has a great knack of finding the seam and finding the end zone, and now Arizona's going for 2 here. And watch the patience of the young freshman running back, true freshman running back. Last year he was playing high school somewhere. I bet he was a load to go against in high school because he's just running right through the Ducks here.
Trying to make it a 16-point game. Make it a 2-touchdown game if they can get the conversion. Gonna throw. Looks over to the corner, has the catch, and the 2-point conversion is good. Guess who? Gronkowski. They have not had an answer for him all day.
No, they haven't. No, they haven't. This young man may be going out early in the NFL draft because he's a playmaker. He's one of the better tight ends I've seen in the Pac-10. He will catch the football. He has speed. He's big. And he has a knack of just making that extra effort to make plays. Dragging guys for another 10 yards, finding the end zone.
Carl's Jr. scoring drive. 9 plays, 80 yards. Only took him 351. 8 points on the drive for the Cats, and they've made it a 2-touchdown game here with a full quarter to play. And, you know, you just feel like Oregon maybe has lost an edge, Anthony.
Well, they got to find the edge if they lost it. The offense needs to get back on track. It doesn't help the defense when your offense goes three downs and out. They have to convert those 3rd downs to 1st down to keep the defense on the sideline. You know, the biggest weapon right now for Oregon is the Oregon offense by keeping Arizona's offense off the field.
Plus the momentum, too, right? I mean, just the general momentum. Arizona's lined up to possibly attempt an onside kick. Oregon doesn't have their hands team in. And now they adjust. Maybe they're going to try it to the other side. Who knows? Oregon doesn't have their hands team in, though. They would only have 3 players on each side of the field to field an onside kick right now. Seems early for that. Have to take it back at the 15-yard line. Looking for a hole to the 36-yard line for Patrick Chung on the return. Ducks need to start moving the ball here, Anthony, and take some time off the clock.
Right, now it comes to the Ducks to the Duck offense to, you know, bounce back, punch back, do anything they can to keep their defense on the sideline so defense can make some adjustments, keep the hot Arizona offense on the sideline. You know, they're in a groove right now. You can't allow them to come back on the field.
Masoli in. Ducks have movement. Arizona has more 1st downs than Oregon. 22-17. Ducks have had a lot of big plays today and need another one now. Masoli is 8 yards away from 100 yards on the day. There's Masoli, throws it to the outside. J.Maehl loses yards.
It's a nice job by the defense of Arizona getting out there. They know that play's coming. I mean, Oregon's run that play 3 or 4 times, and now you see some white jerseys getting to the ball carrier and then making the tackle when they get there.
Well, there's definitely an uneasy feeling in the stadium right now, and the fans doing a wave right now, which is not the right time to do a wave. Creates noise. They'll give it to L.Blount to the far side, and he's got nowhere to go.
And then on top of that, he runs out of bounds, so the clock stops. So Oregon has to find their offense, have to find a way to get the ball down the field. And what happened to Ed Dixon? You know, and find number 83 down the field. It was hurting the Arizona defense earlier. Go back to it.
3rd down and 14. Arizona with some momentum in this football game. Here's J.Masoli looking. He throws it over the middle. Caught, and he falls down. Dixon would have had a first down if he just would have stood up and backed up a few yards, but he fell down, and Oregon has to punt the football after a 3 and out.
But I think this ball was a low ball, and it made Dixon go down for the football. No, he should have fell down. This ball was right there. You got to keep your feet.
Gosh, remember that play. If this one gets close, Arizona's only a touchdown and a 2-point conversion away from making it a 1-score game. Cyree has to move. He kicks a little dribbler, and he takes an Arizona hop, and he stops at the 23-yard line. And we'll take a break here at Autzen Stadium. After the punt, Arizona very much in this football game with the ball and 13:29 to go.
Here's another 90ism with 90 Light. Today's word is catastrophe.
Catastrophe, the unfortunate loss or destruction of one's natty light. As in, once Bill took his eyes off the prize and put them on Natalie, the party turned into a complete catastrophe.
Natty Light. Now you're talking.
My ears say go, go!
Diligently prepared for this program.
At 3 o'clock snuck up on us today.
Determine it by whether they make me laugh or not. I'll probably laugh just to be nice.
You're rooting for the Blazers, obviously, and you look at how good LA is.
I just don't think gambling's shady.
If you get 4 out of 5 questions right, we'll give you 2 tickets.
Stumbled upon something great here, folks.
Yes.
The Fan with Isaac and Big Souk, weekdays at 3, only on Comcast Sportsnet.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Wheeler.
I'm Mike Barrett.
Hi, I'm Mike Rice.
This pass, Aldridge, the baseline cutter is Webster. We're used to hearing Trailblazers courtside on the radio.
Now we're moving to TV.
Crosses over, through the middle, switches to his left.
Well, it's our weekly 2-hour look at the Trailblazers and the NBA. It's a magazine-style show, very free-flowing.
Fakes the 3, shot clock at 3. Oh, Alpha! Catch Trailblazers courtside every Monday night at 6 on Comcast Sportsnet.
48-32. Arizona with the ball with 13:29 to go in the game. And whatever Oregon had in the first half, Anthony, they better find.
Well, that's making plays. Arizona's making plays in the 3rd quarter, 4th quarter. Oregon has not made plays.
And the big thing is they just can't stop Gronkowski. He's got 11 catches in the game. And then we go over the middle, looking for his brother, who has the catch at the 50-yard line. Tight ends are just killing him, Anthony. Should correct myself. Gronkowski has 9 catches, 116 yards, and a touchdown. His brother has 2 catches now for 60 yards.
Yeah, and the tight ends, when the tight ends are going down the field, that means that when both tight ends are going down the field, that there shouldn't be a lot of time for the quarterback to throw the football. They're not keeping them into block. You're sending receivers and tight ends, and yet the tight ends are getting open. There's no pressure on the quarterback.
Backfield here as Antolin goes out, and Oregon jumps back onside. Tuatama now flush, nobody over there, he can run. Tuatama for 10 and then out of bounds after a 15-yard pickup.
I think that's Nick Reed, and Nick Reed knows that. His hands are on his hips. He tried to make a spin move inside. He's the outside defensive end. If you have contained, he's got to stay outside, and number 49 does a nice spin move inside, but he gets caught up inside. Right there, gets sealed. Tuatama allows to get outside, pick up the first down.
Tuatama goes under center. They run the ball. Antolin.
And, you know, Arizona's doing this without their key players. Mike Thomas is not healthy. Nick Grigsby is not even in the game. He's not even seen the field. So Arizona's doing it with players that are not the stars of the football team.
They'll run the ball again up the middle. Antolin for a few more.
And that's what they had success earlier, Joe. The first half of just running in the middle. You got the big offensive line, and you got also number 48, the tight end. Big tight end blocking down the field, pancaking Nick Reed and knocking his helmet off also.
Third down 3.
What do you think this ball's going to?
Yeah. Well, he's had a free release all day. He's been able to just get off the line without any contact at all. There he goes again out there in the flat. I mean, it's so predictable is what kills you. It's so predictable, and there's no contact at the line of scrimmage at all the entire time.
It's tough when a guy gets a free release and a guy like 48 is not challenged at the line of scrimmage. And then as a safety, you're playing off already at 6 yards. It's 3rd and 4. They need the first down. Somehow they have to challenge him at the line of scrimmage, make him work to get open down the field.
Arizona with all the momentum in this game right now, trying to stage a big comeback here on the road. Antolin chased down from behind. They still have 3 timeouts in the game. There's 10:30 to go. And they're only a couple touchdowns behind, and they're threatening to make it a 1-touchdown game.
Well, here, with the Oregon defense has to dig deep. And we keep talking about the defense, they're not stopping anybody. At the same time, they've been on the field for a long time because the offense for Oregon hasn't converted any third downs or first down. They haven't moved the ball whatsoever in the third quarter or the fourth quarter. So it's a lot of pressure on the defense here to make some plays.
Tuatama to throw over the middle, wide open. Gronkowski has it all the way down to the 1-yard line. It's brother Chris this time.
I don't think I've ever seen 2 brothers tear up a defense in my life.
Oregon 48, Gronkowski's 32.
And they send the fullback like he's blocking right through the line of scrimmage down the middle of the field. Great play selection from the offensive coordinator to kind of hide him as a fullback, but yet it's going down the field as a receiver.
They'll hand the ball off on first down. Antolin trying to get in. With the time, every play is important, of course. 9:25 and counting. Who would have ever thought at 48-17, Oregon would have to hang on to try to win the game here?
Well, you know, it's time for that magic for that Oregon offense to punch back. They haven't punched back at all, and Arizona's offense has been doing all the punching.
Antolin in the backfield. He'll get the carry up the middle and over for the touchdown. Oregon cannot stop Arizona in this half.
No, they haven't. They haven't stopped it. They don't have an answer for the tight ends, the brothers going down the field, and they don't have an answer for Keola to get in the end zone. The smallest guy on the field jumping over everybody jumping over guys who are 6'6", 6'7". He's jumping into the end zone for the touchdown.
Tell you what, Anthony, this is a big play too. Huge play here. Gronkowski lining up in the slot. Maybe they'll use him as a decoy.
Inside route. Throw and catch.
They're going to run it. Antolin not going to get there. That was a big play. Boy, with all the success they're having throwing the ball to the tight ends, they're trying to run it up the middle.
Yeah, I would have taken my chances throwing the ball to the tight end.
Oregon still with a 10-point lead with 8:55 to go here at Autzen. They finally need to get some first downs.
Weimart's automotive department carries accessories to keep you on the road at prices that really make a difference. We offer a full line of Trico wiper blades, including Teflon, Exact Fit, and the latest technology in wiper blades, the Neoform blades. We even have a helpful Trico system to help you find the right kind of wiper blades for each of your vehicles. Installation is quick and easy, and Trico's tough standards and testing give you a wiper blade you can count on every day. Stay on the road and on budget with great values from Weimart, just right for the Northwest.
Have you ever been frozen?
No.
Do you contain any fillers?
Absolutely not.
Would you consider yourself fresh?
Yes, I do.
It takes honest ingredients to make the last honest pizza. Right now, enjoy a large pepperoni artisan pizza, 6 twists, and a 2-liter bottle of Pepsi, all for just $19.99. The Pepperoni Artisan Meal Deal, $19.99 for a limited time, only at Round Table.
Hey, Shannon, it looks like your Oregon State Beavers are getting ready to have their butts kicked in the Civil War game coming up.
Dad, we clipped the Ducks' tail feathers each of the last 2 years, and we'll do it again this year.
I'd say the Ducks about 40 and the Beavers 20.
Test drive any car, truck, motorhome, or trailer and select a free commemorative team car of your choice.
So vote for your favorite team by selecting their car.
Plus, enter to win Civil War tickets all month long.
The Civil War sale, on now at Garrity in Junction City.
10-point lead, 8:55 to go. Some fingernails getting bit out there after Oregon had such a big lead. Ducks with their black helmets today. A lot of emotion early in the game. New jersey as well. Arizona kicks this one to Patrick Chung. He's going to take it at the 9. Here comes Chung looking for a hole. Gets hit. He fumbles the football and Arizona has it.
That would be a disaster, and that is a disaster. Patrick Chung is in there for Walter Thurman because Thurman is hurt. Patrick Chung was trying to get some extra yards on that kickoff return. Anytime a running back tries to get those extra yards, they were fight for it.
They were trailing 48-17.
You see Patrick right here. Nice kickoff return. Gets hit right away. He's got to protect the football, but then here he's trying to keep running up the field, and the ball just goes out. And now Patrick has to play defense.
Oregon has 1 first down in the second half. 1. And they have not been able to get off the field defensively. They'll hand the ball to Antolin. He'll go down. You know, Arizona just has to score here in some way, Anthony. I mean, even if they just get 3 out of it.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, they get 3 points.
Get 10 anyway.
Yeah.
At least.
They got to find a way just to get some points off the turnover.
They're actually going to have to move the ball at some point here in the second half to win the game, it seems like.
Oh, yes. They're going to have to not move the ball, score some points against the Arizona's high-powered offense.
Brothers Gronkowski go to the right side. And now Chris motions back into the backfield. And play action here for Tuatama, looking down towards the sideline to Thomas, out of bounds, incomplete.
It's a nice job by the defense. Tuatama had to buy some time to get outside the pocket and throw it deep out. This is huge right now for the Duck defense. Get off the field, get to the quarterback.
They've been out there all day.
And know who the go-to guys are down the field. We're tight ends.
Tuatama throws it to the tight end Gronkowski, who has it for a first down. Shocker, I know.
Well, the biggest mistake right there is that the defender, and I don't know who that was, went for the knockdown instead of trying to make the tackle. Right here, go make the tackle. He went for the knockdown. He's too big to get around. You can't get around a big tight end. As the safety, you have to understand, it's hard to get around that big body. Just got to go make that solid tackle.
Cats are 16 yards away from making it a 3-point game. Ducks need a turnover big time. Tuatama hands it off. Antolin for 3 yards. They're doing a good job being patient, Anthony, and keeping Oregon honest. And that it's not just the pass.
Right.
They're still running the ball a little bit.
Well, you have in their offense, in Arizona's offense, you have to run the ball because it helps the play action. This is a play action team. They want to suck you in, they want to suck the linebackers in, and then throw the football down the field. So if the running game is working, that's a positive for Arizona's offense.
Tuatama to Antolin. There's blockers out there. 10-5, touchdown Arizona. This is unbelievable. With 6:38 to go, Arizona going to send in the extra point and try to make it a 3-point game.
Well, that was a nice job by the offensive line getting out to the outside. There was one defensive back out there by himself against about 3 offensive linemen and the running back. You have no chance at that point.
Monzio's kick is up and good, and Arizona has cut the lead to 3. It was 48-17. If you took a nap and you woke up, it's real. They're within 3 with 6:38 to go.
The snow is full. Top name brands and huge discounts every day. Plus 20 to 60% off camping and backpack merchandise. Apparel by Sherpa Gear, Solomon, Smith, Dakine, and more. There's something for everyone. Even the kayakers at the new Adventure Outlet. Adventure Outlet is now open in the Delta Oak Shopping Center, across the lot from Joe's and next to Market of Choice.
An NBA All-Star. An Olympic coach. The Summer League MVP. A FIBA World Champion. And a #1 draft pick. To demand Comcast Sportsnet, contact DirecTV, Dish Network, Charter, or your local cable or satellite provider by calling 1-877-8-CSN-NW9 or by visiting csnnw.com.
Well, the Ducks came out in new uniforms today. The black uniform, black helmet. So, boy, now it's tough. Here's the Comcast trivia question. Here's what's tough. Before unveiling the black helmets, how many different uniform combinations did Oregon have? Well, it's not one. I guarantee you that. So that's our Comcast trivia question. 1-800-COMCAST. Jackson, deep. Ducks trying all comers now. Patrick Chung is going to get another chance here at the 5. Here's Chung, still on his feet, and he goes down at the 22-yard line.
There's no blocking right there for Patrick Chung. I mean, you got to talk to your kick return front line. Slow those guys down a little bit. Patrick Chung's taking a beating. Now the offense for Oregon, they got to get the job done. They got to get some first downs. They got to move the football. They got to score some points because the defense for Oregon can't stop Arizona's offense.
Yardage-wise, Oregon's just done nothing in the second half. They just haven't been on the field for the most part.
Yeah.
43 yards in the second half. Those all came after an Arizona turnover. that Oregon turned into 3 points to start the second half, and from that point on, they haven't gotten a first down. Here's Masoli looking for some room. Fumbles the football, and Arizona almost gets it.
Talk about close. Talk about disaster.
It's just incredible that Oregon has 48 points, and you feel like Arizona has the great chance to win the game.
Yeah. Well, here where the offensive line for Oregon needs to buy time. But J.Maehl needs to throw this football down the field here.
Little play action. They're looking deep, going down the field. Man was there, but they didn't get it to him. T.Scott was wide open.
Wide open. Wide open. You have to connect that. The guy's wide open like that. You got to find a way to throw that ball with some touch. The thing about J.Maehl throwing the football deep, he needs to put some more air under the ball so the receivers can run underneath the ball. His deep ball is so much just like a jet. The thing just flying off his hand. A lot of speed on it.
Third down, 15. Here's Masoli. Little screen pass. Arizona's got this figured out. Ducks are going to punt it. 1 first down in the second half. 1 first down.
That Arizona's team is fired up. The sideline is fired up. They know, they can feel the Mo is coming their way. It's been going their way. Momentum.
You just wonder how. How in the world can you score 45 in the first half and get 1 first down in the second half? Josh Shirey, very high, but a short kick. Ducks need a good roll here. This one's going to roll out of bounds at the 37-yard line, and Arizona is 37 yards away from taking the lead with 5:25 to go. Comcast trivia question. Before unveiling the black helmets, how many different combinations did Oregon have? The answer, 384. And now you got to add a new jersey and a new helmet to the mix. So, shoot, we'll have to go over to the campus and ask somebody.
Well, they need to use that 384 points in this football game to help them beat Arizona the way Arizona's moving this football up and down the field here.
Ducks trying to hold on from what would be one of the worst losses that anybody could ever remember if they're not able to hold on for the win. Antolin stops after no gain.
Well, if I was a betting man, and I'm not a betting man, somebody's going to be betting on this Arizona football team to come back. They look like they have the team to come back. They're doing everything right to come back. Oregon hasn't shown anything on defense for stopping this offense. Arizona defense has just stopped the Oregon offense. So with 4 minutes left in the game, you're thinking Arizona's going to pull this thing off unless Oregon can do something spectacular.
A 31-point lead is down to 3. Here's Tuatama to throw. Good time. Going to go for the home run ball. Down there, and it's incomplete.
That's where you don't let a fullback or a tight end beat you down the field. And this is huge right here for the Ducks. This is gigantic. This is their season. This third down, trying to hold off this Arizona football team. If you're going to make a play today, now is the time.
Ducks rushing 3. Here comes a little pressure. Tuatama thought about running, throws it to Mike Thomas. They've got him bracketed, and they'll stop him short of the first down. And now decision time for Arizona.
They're going to go for it.
They've got 3 timeouts, so they can still punt it. Oregon only has 1 first down in the second half.
And this is big for Arizona. And I'm not sure if you want to play with this. I'd go ahead and play the field position card. Punt the ball, pin them back a little bit, knowing that the offense for Oregon is struggling.
Ducks haven't been able to stop Gronkowski either. So you think there's probably a quick throw coming to him. 4th and 3 for Arizona, trailing by 3. Tuatama throws it. Incomplete! The play was there, and it's incomplete. And Oregon takes over at the 45. 3:50 to go. Arizona still with 3 timeouts.
Well, that's when you put the pressure on a young freshman to catch this football out of the backfield. A true freshman That's a tough situation. Didn't look the ball in, and he hasn't been throwing the ball to him a whole lot during the game. That's a tough call, an offensive coordinator to make that call.
Ducks need a couple of first downs, and they'll win the game. But they got to get some first downs. LeGarrette Blount is the tailback. He'll get the ball. He'll pick up out 5 on the first down carry. And Arizona will use one of their timeouts.
Well, now it's come down to this offense. This offense has been quiet. Oregon offense has been quiet all day. It comes down to them on winning this football game. They can win this football game with some first downs.
This is the thing, Anthony. If you can make him use some timeouts and then still convert, then he can run it out. Time now for our AT&T Sounds of the Game. Sounds of the Game brought to you by AT&T, proud sponsor of Oregon Athletics. There's the old school jacket trying to make some noise. You got the old school and the new school, as in like today. New.
Right.
An uneasy 3-point lead in a shootout, 48-45 with 3:45 to go. Blount again, the tailback. LeGarrette has it in a big hole. LeGarrette Blount 20 to the 10. LeGarrette Blount touchdown!
That was huge. That was a man that wanted to get in the end zone. That was a man that was not going to be denied to get in the end zone. A huge hole. J.Maehl, great decision to let him take the football and the speed of a 240-pounder running down the field.
Morgan Flynn on for a very important extra point. And his kick is up, and it is through, and Oregon leads it by 10 with 3:38 to go. Still really important. A lot of time left. 2 timeouts for Arizona. This was the stats before that big play in the second half, before LeGarrette Blount's touchdown run. 15-1 in first downs in the second half. And that was a big one, so Oregon now with a little breathing room, but still with this game, from what we've seen today, anything can happen. And with 2 timeouts, Anthony, Arizona has shown an ability to get the ball down the field in a hurry.
Well, they have, and now you have to really try to stop Arizona. And the good thing about when you're facing a team like Arizona, that they try to beat you with the tight ends. Hopefully the tight end can't get behind the defense, so they can maybe, hopefully, have Arizona use some clock trying to get the ball down the field. You got to play smart football here, disciplined football, understand your responsibilities. Now I can come back on the defense of Oregon to end the game, make a play, stop them from getting the first down, and let your offense run the clock out.
Matt Evenson will kick it off. Antolin is back. Delashawn Dean is back there as well. Matt Evenson hasn't got one into the end zone yet today. LeGarrette Blount, his single season record, 15 rushing touchdowns. Evenson sends a line driver back there, and it gets picked up right at the 35-yard line. And Arizona's going to have a great field position at the 37. Brandon Lopez fielding it. I want to sign him up for the baseball team. Hot grounder.
That was a nice scoop and score.
So Arizona with really good field position here, Anthony. And they only, depending on what happens, you can take the 3 or take the 7.
Well, yeah,
get it down there.
They got to get points regardless, and they got to try to do something. And I think here where they may take some shots down the field trying to get that quick score.
Here's Tuatama over the middle. Gronkowski.
And this takes time when you're doing this. That's what I said with the tight end. A tight end can't really beat a team down the field in a hurry-up offense because he's kind of just catching the ball in the, the 15, the 10-yard area. If you have a top receiver down the field, that can hurt you. So Oregon's, they say, hey, keep throwing the ball to the tight end. We'll keep the ball in front of you. Hopefully the clock will tick down.
You got to really hand it to Gronkowski. I mean, just, there have been lots of great performances today, but just generally the best football player on the field today.
Yes, no doubt about it.
Hey, folks, don't forget volleyball tomorrow. Head on down. It's free at Mack Court. Oregon against Washington. This is a big rivalry game. Oregon has been so close to knocking off Washington, a team that's been right at the top of the country for years now. But this is Oregon's chance to try to get on top of the Huskies and win this thing and make a push towards an NCAA appearance and possibly even a Final Four. Tomorrow at 12:30, 2 cans of food for Lane County. That's all it takes to come in. Second down and 5 for Arizona. They had to use a timeout there. Over the middle, caught, and a first down.
Oregon has a 3-man rush, so it's going to give Tuatama time to throw this football, and that's why it's going to be a lot of pressure on the DBs and linebackers to cover people in space, and I think they're playing a lot of zone. There's going to be some holes open up there.
Tama throws it out to the outside, and Antolin still on his feet. Still on his feet. And finally goes down. Jarris Bird makes the stop.
That just took a lot of time off the clock, basically, on that one.
Clock still rolling. Under 3. Second down and 12 for Tuatama. Looking out over the middle, throws, and incomplete. Can you believe it? First time I think he's thrown to Gronkowski that they didn't complete it, maybe.
First time he dropped the ball and he's mad at himself. You got to tip your hat off to that guy. He's an
unbelievable game he's played.
Unbelievable. I think the best performance by any college tight end I've ever seen.
He's just dominated the entire game.
Yeah.
It's just been incredible. Third down and 12. Ducks come with a little blitz here. They get one arm on Tuatama. He throws it down the field and out of bounds. And it'll be 4th and 12.
Well, that was nice by the pressure with the 3-man rush, but then all of a sudden they decided to send a linebacker. So Tuatama had to get rid of the football, but it was great coverage downfield on the receiver. And Bird, if you're going to throw his way, you have to be careful because he can pick it at any time.
Big game here. Big play coming up in this game presented by U.S. Bank. I want to thank U.S. Bank for all of their great sponsorship. 4th down today. Arizona's 0 for 2. Find Gronkowski and a timeout. Ducks want to use a timeout. Gronkowski was split out like a wide receiver on the far side over by the Oregon bench.
This is a long 12 yards to pick this up.
Ten-point lead. Hope you're enjoying watching tonight's game here. Presented by U.S. Bank. All along the Oregon Sports Network. Comcast Sportsnet. If you're watching on the high definition channel 788 or on the standard definition channel 737. And then those of you on KLSR Fox TV in the Eugene, Springfield, Florence, Roseburg, Coos Bay areas, Albany, Corvallis. Welcome to all of you, and hope you've had a fun afternoon of football. Ducks, then the Beavers. The Beavers, then the Ducks, and both trying to get big wins here today. Here's Gronkowski with a monster day.
Well, he's a man that is playing among boys. And he's only a sophomore, so it's just, I think he has one more year left, and he's going into the next level because he can play the next level.
He split out to the far side. 4th and 12. Tuatama throws it over the middle. Thomas, incomplete, and Oregon will take over. And everybody can take a big breath, finally.
Well, that was an underthrown ball, and Thomas is being at 5'8", not the biggest receiver to go down the field, down the middle of the field. He had a person underneath and over the top of him, so it was tough for him to try to come back and jump up and get that football. Thomas Jackson was, I think, the guy who was underneath the coverage. There might have been Patrick Chung over the top.
Boy, Anthony, at 48-45, it didn't feel all that great, did it?
No.
But they found a way. They got that little spark back. Defense with some huge stops, 2 straight 4th downs, and then a big touchdown run by L.Blount, blocked by some of those senior offensive linemen, Max Unger, Fanuki Tapo. Gonna miss those guys, and it looks, with 2:13 to go and Arizona using their last timeout,
it looked
like Oregon can get out of here.
It looked, but you never know until that clock strikes 0. You know, they have to protect the football as a running back. They can't fumble the football here.
Well, there's going to be no problem filling the hour tomorrow night on the Coaches Show on Sunday night with Mike Bellotti, because at 6 to 7 o'clock, they're going to go through this entire game. That's you, Anthony, and Mike Jorgensen. How are you going to remember everything that happened when you go talk to the coach?
I don't know. there's so many big plays. I mean, there's one after another.
So you guys will go down on the field, talk to Coach. I really enjoyed his perspective when the game is fresh. And then we'll put in all the highlights and the exciting calls and hear the sound on the sideline and in the locker room. That's tomorrow night on Comcast Sportsnet, Sunday night with Mike Bellotti. Scott Phillips is the gentleman who gets to edit that all night long. He's up on the roof right now shooting video for that show, and that's turned into a real fun show. Really enjoy that, Anthony. You guys do a great job with that.
Well, it is a lot of fun, you know, when you talk to Coach Bellotti right after the game and try to talk about the plays that happen, and it's fresh in his mind, and so we get some insight that normally that we don't get when you come back and look at the film on a later time.
There's Scott. He's writing all your notes for you, thank goodness. Because
that's the guy taking notes for me right now.
He can tell you when he's down there shooting it. Here's Masoli. He's going to hand the ball off. A little bit of dancing for Jeremiah Johnson. 4th down coming up, and the Ducks will be able to let this go all the way down to about 20 seconds. 25 seconds left in the game once the 35 that are on there now rolls off. So they can just stand there, and then if they get a 1st down, it's over. If not, Arizona will get the ball back with just a few seconds to play. Or you could play like the playground. You can just run around for as long as you could, right?
Well, yeah, you can do that. Is anybody quick enough? And you know, this was the ball game. This was a game that Arizona, they never quit, and you have to tip your hat off to them.
Absolutely.
They fought the whole game, and 45-17, and come back.
I can't remember a game where I saw everything in football.
Yeah.
You know, this game just about had everything in football, and they started out with our State Farm player of the game, J.Masoli. You know, right out of the chute, he scored a touchdown. He had an amazing first half, didn't he?
He did. He was throwing the football all over the place. He was running the football, making great decisions, protecting the ball. And that didn't keep up for the whole game, but he had a supporting cast, you know, to finish the game and get it done with the running of L.Blount. But when you got Jeremiah being a quarterback, he can run or throw. That's a double threat.
State Farm player of the game, J.Masoli. Josh Cyree is in the punt. Oregon went ahead and took the penalty on the delay of game. Here come the Cats, try to block it. And Cyree gets it away, a little wobbler. It's going to hit. They might be able to get a lot of time out of this. Don't touch it yet. Could have had a few more seconds, but with 29 seconds to go in the game, they're going to have to.
They got a long ways to go.
It would take a super miracle. Not even a miracle. It would be the uber miracle, right?
That's a long ways to go in 29 seconds to get 10 points.
100 points today, more than 1,000 yards, and we still have our voices somehow.
Well,
entertaining.
Yes, that was some exciting football to watch. It was a lot of big explosion plays, and again, you know, as a defensive coach, you don't want the big explosion plays against you, but as a fan, it's fun to watch the big explosion plays, the long pass, the long touchdown runs.
Arizona sure fought back. You got to give them a lot of credit. This is a good football team.
Yeah.
And next weekend down in Tucson, that's going to be a battle. Oregon State and Arizona.
Oh, yes.
With their fans down there. Arizona's a player or two away from, maybe getting out of here with a victory.
Well, Arizona's going to be focused now that they've lost this football game. I shouldn't say that yet. There's still 16 seconds on the clock. But they're going to be focused, going back home, having Oregon State come in, and that's going to be a good ball game. That's going to be a battle down there in the desert, in the Tucson area of having Oregon State playing very good football, going against a very tough Arizona football team.
That's going to be a fun game to watch. At night in Tucson. Ducks will take the week off and prepare for the Civil War in Corvallis, where Oregon State has won 5 in a row, and the Ducks have lost 2 straight to the Beavers. Tonight, though, Oregon gets the win. They had this game circled on the schedule since last year on this very day, and a year later, Oregon gets their measure as they beat the Arizona Wildcats in a thriller shootout at Autzen Stadium. 55-45 is the final score. There's Mike Stoops and Mike Bellotti having a conversation afterwards. Big games left for both of these teams down the stretch, but today it's the Oregon Ducks with the victory. We'll be back to wrap it up after this.
What do you think I should pay for my deductible? Do you think like $250, $500? Hi.
Went through 18 pencils, 4 erasers, about a ream of paper. So you got to go plant a tree tomorrow. That was a tough day. A lot of stuff happened in this one.
Well, the Duck fans, they can breathe now. Okay, they can relax a little bit, go back to the car and say, hey, that was a close one. But it was a great football game to watch. It was a great game for excitement of touchdowns. The first half was probably the best half of Oregon in a long time, with moving the ball down the field, explosion plays. The second half, whew, that was almost a disaster.
Well, that's a good point, Anthony, because I think a lot of fans are going to remember the second half comeback.
Yeah.
But don't forget the first half, which may be the best half of football I have seen Oregon play in I can't remember how long, Anthony.
Right.
An incredible first half of football that they played. So don't just focus on the second half.
Right.
Focus on what they did in the first half. Great job by J.Masoli getting it started, and we're trying to grab Masoli down on the field now for you. And Oregon in the highlight package here, Anthony. Plus a Friday off of school or something. A free ice cream cone. 527 yards. And the Ducks in their new uniforms with a chance to Autzen tradition here. Have to widen that camera shot up just a little bit so you can see the numbers of folks that are down there, which is this tradition at Oregon, which is really a neat deal. All the folks that get to go down on the field and throw a ball around and go see a Duck player. It's a neat deal.
Well, there might be some future stars down there, trying to get autographs, watching these Oregon Duck players and the future stars, 10, 12-year-old kids getting autographs and wanting to play on this field at Autzen Stadium someday.
Well, certainly a good way to end the season here at Autzen Stadium. Hard to believe that this year is over here. There's one more up in Corvallis, but this is it for Autzen Stadium this year. Kind of sad to close the books on this chapter this year and get after it again next year. We'll take a break. Don't go anywhere here on Comcast Sportsnet. More to come on our postgame show presented by Oregon Community Credit Union right after this.
I know.
Our postgame show here presented by Oregon Community Credit Union here on Comcast Sportsnet and also KLSR Fox TV in Eugene. In the Eugene market, that means all of Western Oregon. So, wow, what a game. I hope everybody had a fun time watching it.
I did.
We had fun, but I got a little nervous at the end, I got to admit to you. Let's look at our Northwest Dodge dealers' keys to the game, Anthony, about how this went. Put some check marks, give some grades.
Yeah, we wanted, they wanted Oregon to run the football. They had the running team to run the football, the offensive line. They got the check for that. They ran the football very well with Jeremiah Johnson and L.Blount. Stop the deep ball. That was a nice job by the DBs back there stopping the deep ball of Mike Thomas. Mike Thomas tries to get behind the defense. It didn't happen. Well, also we talk about limit Arizona returns, but Arizona Mike Thomas returned the football quite a few times.
Well, let's go down to the field now. Special treat for all you out there as Patrick Chung has made his way to the headset in that new uniform. Patrick, wow, what a day, huh? You had to hold on and you got the victory, though. That's the most important thing.
Yeah, it was a close game, man. We can't wait to win, though. We're ready for this game. We're ready to go.
Okay, so let me start at the beginning. So you go in to the locker room after your warm-ups, and these uniforms are waiting for you, right? Take me through that.
We had uniforms on our shoulder pads, and we had our regular uniforms to go over, so big surprise, I guess. So, I mean, we came out, man. I mean, the jerseys don't win games. The guys in the jerseys do.
How about that play when you scored your touchdown? I mean, Willie Tuatama is a good quarterback. He'd only thrown 5 interceptions all season. It looks like you sat on the route. Take us through it.
Yeah, that's exactly. You just said it right there. Exactly what I did. I just sat on the route. I mean, he had pressure. When you have pressure in your face, you got to make a quick decision. I mean, and he threw it right to me.
You also picked up a fumble today. You had 9 tackles as well, so it was a very good day for you. Now, as a defensive player, and Arizona's making this comeback, you know, what's being said in the huddle? What's the team camaraderie when they're making that big comeback?
Oh, we gotta get it together. I mean, they can't just come out here and get the comeback and win in our stadium. So we got to band together, man. And just fight to the end of the game.
Well, Patrick, with your team now with a week off, Civil War coming up. They've won 2 against you. What do you think?
We're ready. We're gonna be ready, man. I mean, bye weeks. I'm glad we have the bye week. All our players can get rested up, and it's gonna be a war.
All right, Patrick. Thank you so much. Congratulations. Way to end up your career at Autzen Stadium with a victory here.
Yes, sir.
And congratulations to beat Arizona here tonight. Thank you very much.
Appreciate it.
All right, Patrick, thank you very much.
All
and
right.
Anthony, need to say goodbye to all of our viewers in the Eugene, Western Oregon area on KLSR Fox TV. Those of you on Comcast will stay with us and be back with more here on our post-game show. Anthony, we'll show some more highlights, talk a little bit more about this fantastic game here tonight. 55-45 is the final score here. Oregon with a victory over the Arizona Wildcats. Lots of smiles on the Duck faces here tonight. We'll be back with more after this.
Hi. Can I have one of those?
This one?
Yeah.
Community Credit Union. Did I say pregame show?
That's all right.
I've lived through the whole.
You want to do it again?
I did the volleyball game last night and the basketball game and now the football game.
Joe, you've been working.
We're trying to build a baseball park. Give me a break, all right? It's the post-game show presented by Oregon Community Credit Union.
And watched a close game.
And we watched, and we had
a nail biter.
We had a little bit of blood pressure going at the end of the game for sure, Anthony. I think there were 60,000 people thinking there's no way that we just scored 45 points in the first half and going to have to hold on or maybe lose the game. And to the Ducks' credit, they stepped up to the plate and got it done.
But you want to ask everybody their thoughts at halftime. You're 45-17. You're feeling comfortable with the lead. You're thinking, oh, this is going to be a great win. They can't stop us. They can't stop the Oregon offense. The defense is playing great. And matter of fact, you may leave the game. You may take off, and stay out in the parking lot a little bit long. But you come back in, it's a different story.
Yeah. Well, you don't want to take a nap. I mean, it's a long game. Sometimes people can fall asleep and they wake up and their head's all sweaty and everything. They look at the TV like, what? Is that really the score? Season schedule, boy, you go back through it, Anthony. Those first couple of games and then the Purdue overtime win, a couple of close games. The Boise State game's going to stick with them forever. I mean, that's just one of those things. Boise State, trying to make a case to be in a BCS game, they have had the easiest path by far of anybody to a BCS game. See if Utah can keep winning and keep Boise State out of a BCS game. Big win against Washington State, tough one at USC, but the Trojans do that to everybody except for Oregon State when the Beavers beat them. Win against UCLA, the nice game against Arizona State. Tough loss against Cal. It was a different score, but that was 26-16.
Yeah.
And then with a win here tonight on senior night, there's Will Tuakwafu, and getting the chance to get a big victory here against Arizona on senior night with the new uniform. So that's a good memory for these guys. Guys like Jason Williams answered the call tonight, didn't he?
Jason Williams did a great job. We all know that Jason Williams can do this, but in the game and some of the highlights, you'll see Jason Williams making blocks for J.Maehl, and that's a sign of a team player. And then T.Scott came into the picture this year, kind of disappeared in the past, and now he's the guy making the play, wanting the football, demanding the football, and with his speed and open field, it's going to be very dangerous. I'd like to see him go to the next level. He may have a shot in the next level.
Oh, so these are some season highlights that we're showing you here. Of course, we'll keep showing you the highlights from tonight as well. We've gone through them a few times. Jeremiah Johnson, nice way to end it up. He's been such a great player for Oregon for so long, so it's good to see him go out with a victory here.
He's a great team player, Joe, because he had Jonathan Stewart to deal with before L.Blount. He has to share time. He's never had the spotlight by himself, but he doesn't care. He wants the team to win, and that's a sign of also a team player.
know, it's incredible, too. Like you mentioned that, Anthony. Think about 2,000 yards, and he never did get the spotlight, even though he was good enough to have the spotlight.
That's right.
But Oregon's just been very fortunate to have some incredible running backs during his career that's made the team better. Nick Reed, what can you say? Nick Reed, you know, on the list for national awards. He's had a phenomenal season. He played great again tonight.
He has all the heart in the world, plays football with a lot of passion, has a lot of fun. And we're going to be missed. He's going to be missed out there on the defensive end spot, getting to the quarterback, because there's always pressure by him of number 49.
Jerome Boyd made some big plays tonight.
Jerome Boyd can tackle. He can hit you, and when he hits you, just like here on the sack, you go down. And so Jerome, again, also coming late into the picture as a senior, but making plays. And number 15, P.Chung, one of the best safeties of all time here at Oregon, can get it done as a corner, as a safety, special team guy. He's an All-American, and he's going to go high in the draft this year.
Had a nice chance to talk to him as the Ducks signed some autographs down on the field. There we go. Now it's focused. And signed those autographs. She may never get into the locker room, though.
Yeah, well, Coach Pilati's talking to somebody in the locker room, and these guys are missing that talk right now. They're missing the little chant, their fight song, but they want to sign autographs. So
there's all the seniors, not just the ones that we showed you. Some of the guys that have been a lot of fun to watch. Cole Linehan, he's fought through some really interesting injuries, and then he did a great job here. He's played really well this season. Rashawn Harris also on the defensive line, and then the offensive linemen, Max Unger and Fanuki Tupo, John Teague, Josh Cyree, you know, Michael Speed, a lot of these guys that played a lot of football. Jacob Hucko.
Well, you know, and also a lot of those guys, Joe, this is the last time they play football here at Oregon. Last time they put a helmet on ever at Oregon. They have a couple more games left, but it's going down to the end.
There's Jason Williams still on the field. I was going to say Zach Taylor was left on the field. He's a long snapper and signing autographs. That just shows you about Eugene and football. We're going to get the autograph of the long snapper. That's Eugene for you. All right, we're going to take a quick break, come back, talk a little bit more football, show you some more highlights. It's our post-game show presented by Oregon Community Credit Union. We continue after this.
Nice is bigger than it looks. It's about more than manners or wide smiles or good karma.
The post-game show is brought to you by State Farm. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. And by Oregon Community Credit Union. Nice, remarkably nice.
Jason Williams still on the field, signing the autographs, and I bet he'll be out there till the very last person. That's the kind of guy Jason Williams is, one of the really good guys on this football team. And he'll stand there and do it along with the long snapper who's still out there as well. He's signing autographs. Let's go to the locker room now. Mike Bellotti is at the podium addressing the media. Let's hear what he's got to say after this victory over Arizona.
We didn't have the ball that much. We scored so quickly and got advantage of the defensive score early. But it was a character builder. The neat thing is right now we're 8-3. We're one game out of first place. We've got a bye this week to rest and recover because there's about 4 or 5 guys that were struggling to finish the game just in terms of some bumps and bruises. But obviously this game now.
That was just
a meeting.
Presentation of the Oregon Sports Network. Make sure to join us next time we see you, which will be on Monday. The volleyball game against Washington comes tomorrow night, so tomorrow afternoon we'll see you there at 12:30. And our next TV game is against Oakland on Monday night at 7 o'clock. So make sure to join us there here along the Oregon Sports Network on Comcast Sportsnet. We'll bring you some basketball of the young Oregon Duck basketball team. For now, for our crew, our OSN crew and our producer-director Tim Lay, so long from Eugene.